Welcome to Pembroke Hall Memories Podcast. I am Lance, or Jelly, or Prince, as most Pembroke Hall people would know me. My co-host is Philip, or Any, or Any PHALL, as most Pembroke Hall people would know him. Our mission on this podcast is to explore Pembroke Hall, a small community in the Kingston 20 area, surrounded by Marvally, Roseland, just across the Washington Boulevard, Patrick City, just across the Sandy Gully Bridge, and Arlene Gardens became the epicenter for football or soccer, as some people know it, in the early 1970s. Pembroke Hall was also home of some of the most legendary entertainers and musicians of that era. I was still going to Pembroke Hall Primary when every single Sunday a triple header was held. One morning match and two evening match was played to a capacity crowd at the corner of Pembroke Hall Drive, now Kennel Drive, and Calbeck Avenue. These teams, Patosi Rovers, Carawina, Asphalt, Covey, El Furto, and Dreads was joined by Marvel Lewenden to play in the Pembroke Hall Corner League tournament. And every baller in Jamaica at the time wanted to play in a Pembroke Hall Corner League to showcase them skills as the first officially organized football tournament in Jamaica. In these conversations, we hope to capture the memories of players, supporters, and any member of the Pembroke Hall community, male or female, who want to come and share their stories. Your feedback and support will be greatly appreciated on whatever social media platform you might be listening. Thanks in advance. So, remember to like, share, and subscribe these Pembroke Hall Memories conversations so neither you nor your friend can miss another episode. Thanks. So, we're looking forward for your the whole of Pembroke Hall Memories. So, email us at pembrokehallmemories@gmail.com and contact us and join the conversation. Come share your own Pembroke Hall memories. Thank you. Go. Today is Sunday, September 29, 2024. I welcome back to another conversation about Pembroke Hall memories. Me as usual, Lance, or Jelly, or Prince, any one of those names will do. Today joining me is my original co-host, and we know each other from idea when he at Calbeck Avenue, Philip, or Any PHALL. Also joining us for this very special conversation is Phil's younger brother Paul, or Little Any. And you must go back and listen to episode number 49 to hear Paul tell his own Pembroke Hall memories in his own words, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe while listening. Also joining us for this conversation is my next door neighbor from Calbeck Avenue, Fitzroy, Gillespie. I'm just know him as Junior, who I knew as Junior. And you can go back and listen to Junior Pembroke Hall conversation in his own words, episode number 53. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe while listening to Junior Pembroke Hall Memories. Our guests today, and our three guests we have three special ladies today, will need a proper introduction to the Pembroke Hall community. Our first guest is my next door neighbor from Calbeck Avenue, who is mainly responsible for making this conversation possible. She moved to Pembroke Hall around 1976 and moved to Calbeck Avenue right beside Phil and Paul from Wavell Avenue. She moved from Wavell Avenue to Walton Park Road. And by the time she was in third form in high school, I think at St. Andrews for girls, as them always say, she moved right beside me.
St. Andrew.
St. Andrew, yes. That's what I heard. I heard about that, yes. Thank you. Not St. Andrew, St. Andrew, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, the Primam proper.
Yeah. The Uptown League.
Yeah, man, the immaculate way.
So she moved right beside me and Calbeck until she migrated in 1991. The Palmers was her neighbors in Pembroke Hall, as she lived on either side of the Palmers on Calbeck Avenue. And the Palmer include matriarch, a well-known lady in Pembroke Hall, Miss Palmer, who just know her as Miss Palmer. She was a good friend with, and she was also a good friend with the Jenkins and the Ennis. Over time, her connection grew to other areas in Pembroke Hall, and the two friends who are on the conversation with her today are part of that connection that she made in Pembroke Hall. Our next guest was actually born while her family was living at 52 Covey Avenue in 1970, after her family moved from Rallington Town in 1966-67. Her sister, Yvonne, or June, I think she said June.
June,
and Cherie I should never mention our brother here, but I remember our brother Patrick also.
Yeah, because he was he didn't go to primary first
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm too old.
Yeah.
Oh.
But she went to, but the second guest went to Pembroke Hall Primary along with our guests, Pembroke Hall Primary, and she also went to Immaculate High School. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know if there's a bit different name for pronouncing it.
No, you can't leave Pembroke Hall Infant Center.
No, this is one by the church.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Pembroke Hall Infant Center. Forget about that. I didn't go to that school, but I know exactly where you talk.
Of course.
She has good memories of attending Pembroke Hall Methodist Church, and she moved to 17 Clydesdale Avenue briefly before migrating in 1997 after her mom passed to Canada. Yes, this is what she mentioned, our brother now, Patrick, who I know pretty well. I don't know if you remember, but he used to play for El Flirto. Was a cricket freak. I remember watching football. Yeah, man, Patrick used to play for that team there, along with Las Adams, Lascelles, or Plummy, as we know him.
Plummy.
The guests know him. And she used to watch the ball around at the bus terminal. So we call it Mecca. We rename it the Mecca, you know, because it was...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, man, that's
We
since
know
we started the program, so we call it, our Mecca.
That was Pembroke Hall's epicenter.
Yeah.
Ah.
She remember living through the Rastafarian explosion, and I get fair take on that as she described it, the political turmoil and Hurricane Gilbert, and that's a good point to bring up in the Harlem conversation now. We never talk about Gilbert yet, because we never they would talk to people who bring it up at all. So, our next guest, family moved to Pembroke Hall in 1967-68, and her mother was a stay-at-home mom, and her father was a police officer. And I'm not sure if this guest had her Pembroke Hall birthright citizenship. And the fact that she's still in Pembroke Hall over 58, I don't think we have to check for her birth certificate. She went to Clydesdale Basic School, and that might be the same basic school I went to. But I'm sure
Miss McLaren?
Miss McLaren.
Yes, Miss McLaren.
Same one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call it, Miss Mac Basic School. I didn't upgrade to Clydesdale Basic School after a while. I went to PHALL, Pembroke Hall Primary, and St. Andrews High School for girls.
St.
Andrews, sorry.
Yes.
In 1985, she began attending Pembroke Hall Methodist Church, where she met and became lifelong friends with the other two guests on our conversation tonight. Her two sons were born and raised in Pembroke Hall, and it's been interested to hear her take and her views on how Pembroke Hall have changed over the years. So I'm looking forward to this conversation. But without further ado, Pembroke Hall members welcome Charmaine Rodriquez, or Gillespie as I knew her, Denise Garden, and Michelle Spaulding to the conversation. Introduce yourself first, Charmaine.
Yeah, man, that was a good introduction. Thank you, Lance. So, we moved to Pembroke Hall around 1976. At least that's what I remember. But my very first memories of Pembroke Hall was when I met my next door neighbors, Paul and Marlene, a.k.a. Buffy and Jody. Yeah, there used to be a show on TV at that time that we used to watch called... I don't know I don't remember if the name of the show was Buffy and Jody, but I remember the characters were Buffy and Jody, and so they were the real life Buffy and Jody living next door to me. And I mean, that relationship just started immediately and continues, will continue forever. So that was my first memory. And then when I met Michelle actually, just when we passed common entrance, because Michelle and I went to St. Andrew together, and her dad, who was a constable, Michelle, I think he was
a superintendent.
Yes, he used to drive us to school. In the morning. So that was my first memory with Michelle. So we used to. I just remember.
You was that high-profile person.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Looking for
that police officer not joking either. So
yes, I just remember Mr. Spaulding was a very strict man, right?
Yes, serious business.
Serious. Thank you, Charmaine. And for the record, I could big up. I remember Phil's younger sister Marley.
Yes.
She no longer with us. She passed. I think the same year my old lady passed. It was 2016. That's right, Phil. Was that right? Philip or Paul?
Yeah.
2016 Marley passed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay, yeah.
Never to be forgotten,
No,
though.
true.
No, no,
Charmaine
no.
Not
mentioned her
at
name.
all.
Make with us honor her, see me. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So go ahead, Denise. Introduce yourself.
So, born 52 COVID. My first memories is just standing up out of the veranda with my diaper. Lots more memories just up and down the street
Yeah,
barefoot.
your school is a diaper.
Yeah, no, I'm going to tell you what is a cloth diaper
Nappy.
with
Nappy, exactly.
with
You never wear a diaper.
with some big safety pins.
With
Some
a
pin,
butterfly button, with a
Yeah,
butterfly button and
exactly.
elephant
No,
button.
and also with a plastic bag, like a plastic thing over it so it can't wet
Yeah.
up the bed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Mhm.
Barefoot, sit down out there, up and down Covey Avenue with Patrick and June, until school days when I met Michelle at Pembroke Hall Primary.
Mhm.
I mean, we never stopped being up and down the street. That's just basically what that was about. From that age until we leave there, where the street light was our
Lord.
cell phone.
Mhm.
So
Our
yes,
meeting
remember
place, yeah.
up and down common entrance, then high school. Ride bicycle, skate, wheel and wire,
Mhm.
climb tree, just like that. Just free spirit,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
spirit, safe
Mm-hmm.
and free spirit, in and out of each other's house, like we live there.
Mm-hmm.
Each of our parents was all of our parents,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
nothing to worry about there. In and out, up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Just can't go your yard until dusk come. And basically, that's it. That's my best life memories on 52 Covey Avenue.
Yeah,
So
yeah, man.
my whole life was there. My formative years was spent at I would say at the gate at 52 Covey
Yeah, man.
or around the back, because in later years when Michelle moved to 5A, we were scatter
Yes.
corner diagonal, so we could see
Yes.
each other through the fence.
Okay.
So no, we never had to stay at the front gate. We could talk through the back
To the back
fence.
fence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Denise. And Michelle, introduce
Mhm.
yourself.
Okay, so as I said earlier, I was born on Chica Close, moved to a couple of avenues in Pembroke Hall till I at Chesterville Avenue now, where I reside. Um, as Denise said, and Charmaine, I met Charmaine, after common entrance. Denise I knew from primary school. She was in the same grade as my brother,
Ricky. Yeah.
Ricky. Yeah, and we weren't that close then, but when we kind of started forming a bond, when all of us started attending Pembroke Hall Methodist Church,
Yes.
and as to be honest, I believe that those years were the best years of my life.
Yeah, I
You know,
would second it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
importantly, we all went to Pembroke Hall Methodist Church, even though some of us were Seventh-day Adventists.
Yes.
yes, yes.
I know. We were honorary
And
members
by
there, right?
and by extension, at Pembroke Hall Methodist, there was the social club.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
The youth
Exactly.
youth
The youth
group,
group.
Friday
Youth
night.
group.
Youth
Yes,
Yes.
group
Friday night
Friday
youth
night.
Yes.
group.
That
Yes.
extended to Saturday and Sunday and every other day.
Yes, yes,
No,
yes.
Yeah, man.
you
Thank you.
know,
Yes.
so
Yeah, man. Thank
yes,
you,
those were the days,
Yeah, man.
and I'm happy that we still have that connection
Yes,
up
of
until
course.
this point.
Yes.
So you confirmed to me, Michelle, that you officially, we don't have to check your birth certificate. You're born at Pembroke Hall, so yeah.
Born,
Just
yeah,
like Barnes
Born and bred.
Wow.
bread.
She have the bookend. She's
Yeah.
still there. She
It's
have the
Pembroke
Yes.
bookend.
Hall.
She have the
You know, I
bookend.
didn't know you were born in Pembroke Hall, Michelle. I didn't know that.
Yes, I was
Mm-hmm.
back in 19
Some year.
It's only a number.
19 something
Something
another.
like 70 or
Yes.
something like that. Yeah.
You guys have
Right.
to check the birth paper now.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I was on the border, and I am down the line 1970. So some of us were before and some were after.
Yeah.
After, right?
Yeah. No, man. Thank you.
At the same time.
Phil, introduce
Yeah.
yourself, my brother. And then Paul and then Junior. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, man. First, let me welcome the guests them on behalf of the podcast team. And as I said, I look forward to that one. But as Lance rightfully said, Philip Any, a.k.a. Any Fowl, or Phil, original Pembroke Hall man, the 27 years in that community there, wouldn't trade that for the world. Went to Pembroke Hall Primary as well as Kingston College, and worked at quite a few places before migrating, like Tankwell,
Tankwell.
Whistling, yeah, Tankwell Construction, though.
That remind me of Miss Campbell.
So you know what you're talking about then. He was my boss.
All right, I'm glad someone know me.
Yeah, she worked on that. I worked under her.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
You work on that?
Yeah, we know your mind gone this but remember I say you was educated amongst goat and cow, so we're not expecting no better.
I work below our Paul. You must say it the wrong way, yeah. We're not...
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I would say
Lance, tread carefully.
Thank you.
Anyway, welcome one and all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you, Phil. Paul, introduce yourself to our brother.
Yeah, Paul Any, a.k.a. original Any Fowl, born in a Pembroke Hall, 1971. Went to Pembroke Hall Primary, passed for the greatest school on earth, Calabar, which I get to find out through this podcast. 90% of the youth them in Pembroke Hall attended Calabar. So there's something special there.
No,
It is close.
yeah, something.
I don't know if I
No, great minds make the same choice.
You said,
Great minds make the same choice, right, Jonah?
Yeah.
Make them go and I jealous them jealous in a pals. Even the woman them jealous they couldn't go Calabar.
But my brother was a Calabar boy, man, so.
Ralabak, as you say, right?
Rabalak.
Yeah.
Rabalak, sorry.
My
Well,
younger
that's
son went
expected
to
enough. It's a school that does everything backwards.
In terms of my working career, I worked at DT Brown Construction with Wayne Walters. And I left there, went to Ray Neville, spent 14 years with Ray Neville before migrating. But yeah, I'll concur that Pembroke Hall is a special place. A lot of lovely memories. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot to share with these wonderful ladies that we have on the platform because I was a part of that Methodist football team.
Exactly, with the same
and I was a part of that youth club.
Of course.
And KFC was the spot on a Friday night.
Before them Evicus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, before them Evictus. That was very true.
It's a joy to have you ladies on the platform and just welcome to you all.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
Junior.
Yeah. Fitzroy Gillespie.
Please go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
Yeah, Fitzroy Gillespie. Brother to Charmaine Rodriquez, who's on the call here, otherwise known as Junior, as everybody still know me and call me as. But yeah, really looking forward to this podcast because, that as my P just said, Pablo just said, Calabar, one of the best high school, and 90% of barman that come from Pembroke Hall, which was amazing actually, because going to Calabar was a good thing for me because easing never reached me because me know all the man them go to Calabar.
Right.
So me and a 7th farmer, he is man, which was something interesting.
Yeah.
But anyways, Denise, Michelle, and the Carl who used to their Friday night club, go do all about the place with go KFC, get kicked out of KFC enough night.
Yes.
Because we drink after people them juice.
Refill.
But yeah,
Refill.
I think I'm cut that out of Jamaica.
Charmaine, tell him
let's stop here.
no.
Refill.
When we got to Jamaica last time, we couldn't do no refill at all. Let's cut out that door.
But we were refilling in a igloo.
That speaks to the times we're living in.
Igloo, yeah. Well,
Yeah, we bring one igloo in a brethren.
yeah, man.
At KFC.
We were refilling an igloo.
Yeah, man, the time change.
And one night them turn up the AC pan where the next night everybody wear a sweater.
Yeah.
We're gonna call. Okay.
Refilling a igloo, man.
I'm gonna run after people a bit. Anyway, thank you for the introduction, everybody. Charmaine, I will start with you first with the question.
All right.
You first, and thank you for doing this. I appreciate you getting your friend to come on. I really love this.
Yes, thank you, Charmaine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Charmaine.
So when you move from
You're welcome, guys.
when you move from the Pembroke Hall, Charmaine, in 1976, what was it like? How old you were when you moved from Pembroke Hall in 76?
I would have been 6. So I think I would have been in first form.
First grade.
And
First grade,
Grade
not
one.
first farm.
sorry, grade 1.
Yeah,
Yes,
grade one,
grade
yeah,
1.
No, but
yes.
Jenny, easy
grade
upon
one.
them. I work on them now.
I'm come from foreign, easy upon the
Yeah,
foreign.
but yes. Sorry about that. Yeah, grade 1. Pembroke Hall. Yeah, the thing when I was 6, I had surgery on my leg. I'd had an accident, and I had to go to UE for them to put a cast on my leg. So the first few months of me living in Pembroke Hall, I was like, I was in the hospital. So I was in the hospital for a couple months. Then after that, I came home, and I was essentially bedridden for quite a few months. And I remember Mrs. Henny, Paul, and Philip's mom used to come and visit me on a Sunday evening and bring cake. Mrs. Henny would bake her vanilla cake and bring for us. And we would just sit and chat, just keep my mom company while I was there. And then after, I remember after they took the cast off my leg and, I started moving around and everything, Marlene and I just became inseparable. And I just remember Marlene and I would do so much together, everything together. I mean, we'd go to the supermarket, go to Mr. Lindsay,
Mr. Lindsay.
Mr. Lindsay, I
All right.
remember Sunday walks was a big thing. Every Sunday we'd go for walks, just kind of like every avenue, in Pembroke Hall, we'd just kind of explore the community.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was just a lot. And then Marlene had, Paul and Kurt and Philip. So I think, so those 3 were our peers. So we would just kind of do everything together. Summertime was amazing. I mean, we had concerts, we had all kinds of games we made up. We played Dolly House. It was just an amazing
Don't forget
experience.
when we're teenagers and we keep partying,
Oh my goodness!
Yes, of
all
course.
the
But
parties.
Charmaine, I don't cut you. I could have
Mhm.
sworn say when the operation with your leg was after you've been living at Pembroke Hall.
Yes, it was after. It was after we moved there, but then I had the surgery not too long after. Yeah. So actually, I missed half of grade 2 because I was. Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that Charmaine had to bring that up, and I always wonder what caused it. I didn't know it was an accident, I did not know it was an accident.
Yeah, I fell. Well, essentially, I fell, and something happened to my hip. And so I was walking a little funny, and then my mom took me to you.
Okay, I got you. Well, I didn't. I remember that.
9 out of 10, a Professor Golden do that.
John Golden, man.
Yeah, he's the one who
he was my doctor. Yes. He was my doctor.
His wife just
most of
died.
us-
His wife
Yes, I
died
saw that.
Thursday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh,
Mark
wow.
Golden's mother.
Okay.
When I was at Wissinka, his sister Anna, she was a GM at the time.
Oh, okay.
Out at Twickenham Park.
Yeah, I don't know his siblings.
Yeah, I hear that she's
Yeah.
in Trinidad now.
Yeah.
Did everyone here have a broken bone at some point or another?
Yep.
Of course, you can't live without that.
No, I
know.
never.
So
I never.
what kind of life? What kind of life would that be? So what kind of life
No,
would that be?
I declare myself. I never had a broken bone at all. I was too coward.
Oh, mine broke at infant center.
No, me couldn't run. Me never jump over the fence or nothing at all. So me always I go. Me keep myself low to gravity. So me never go get no broken bone.
Oh,
Actually,
They always
actually,
cemented to the
Lance,
ground.
I want to tell you, sir, that when Charmaine was in the hospital with her legs, me broke my hand over the Ennis house.
Right.
I
Right.
tried to the fence.
I remember that.
Yeah. No,
You
me
get,
and
you
Kurt
get
had,
jealous. You get jealous.
me and Kurt had must have run drum or tried to some high
You
wire.
were you were on a rolling drum. Yes, you were trying to walk on a
You were
drum.
trying to
of course.
exactly.
No,
Of
I
course.
remember
Of
that.
course.
I remember that. I know a dirt driveway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and Mrs. Enya for Miss Jenkins, I for take taxi and carry me go up there. When my mother come, them tell me say, come from you, them say, oh, Miss Taylor, Junior, the Diana, and the IUC.
That's all your mother want here.
Still a pure problem.
Yeah. So
Oh my
Denise,
Yes.
your first early memories of Pembroke Hall. Talk to us about that.
So my first and early memories of Pembroke Hall had a lot to do with my older siblings. And when I say I went through the Rastafarian era, that's one of them. Because my sister became a Rastafari.
Okay.
So I
That's
remember
right.
that
Which sister was this, Denise? Sorry.
June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she became well, of course, my other sister who used to go to Alpha, she was quiet. She only wrote her pen pals. She was
Oh.
very quiet inside watch TV, but June and Patrick were on the road like me. And so June became a Rastafari. And so she ended up marrying a Rastafari guy. This time they were like 20. So I was in my early ages. I remembered all of that. Brigadista, Rastafarian, El Fuerto. I lived my young 4, 5, 6 years through the eyes of them.
So which you know which guy she married? A Pembroke Hall man because who is
Yeah, no, his name is David Hu, and he was from Waltham Park, but he also played football up there at 40 bus stop.
Okay, play for El Furto. Or
Yeah.
okay.
No, football, not cricket. He wasn't a cricket
No,
guy. He was
okay. But El Furto they play
Yeah.
on the Corner League team too, Denise.
Right. So he was the one who had dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And so she didn't have dreadlocks, but she often did her head up in that tie.
Yeah.
And then we had the Gilfillians and all the
But I
others.
burnt it on.
I don't cut
Yeah.
you.
Bertie.
I can't cut you, Denise. Where all your parents took to that.
So this was a problem. This is all I remember, that story. Them turn Rasta, right? The Gilfillians, and that influence was a very stressful time. But I would say a lot of people that age, 18, 19, 20, like 21 to 24, it was a Rastafarian outburst.
Yeah.
And I just remember which tribe I was. I don't remember what it was now, but them used to tell me my tribe and all that. This time I was just hitting up on the Patrick and June, just hearing the stories and so on and so forth. So that was pretty much my earliest memories. I have early memories of Miss Palmer as well, because she was very politically motivated as well. She's always in her business, right?
Yeah.
And so my mother and her shared the same interest.
Political affiliation, yes.
Yes, correct. And so
as most Pembroke Hall people at the time, Denise. At
the time,
at the time,
but never say a win yet. So I'm not about to say nothing about that. Them had a political interest, but never say a win. So she and my mother, and then Orville, of course. Miss Palmer's son.
Yeah. Me and him went to primary together. I know exactly where.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I just had the people who used to live beside and in front of me. There was a shop. Miss Mac had a shop in front of my house. So I was 52. I think she was like 57 or something on the other side.
I'm gonna remember that shop then, Denise.
Miss Mac shop.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I had
that Miss Mac did have the two crazy son.
No.
No, that's Mad Mac.
No.
That's Mad Mac. That's Mad Mac. That's Mad Mac with Peter and Paul.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Hey,
Miss
one
Mac
of them they take stone like Charmaine, you know.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
still have the
goodness.
Yeah.
mark on the back of my leg.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
What
goodness. They
forget
were
to that,
Yeah,
Charmaine?
I couldn't escape him. Yeah.
Yeah.
What get to
Peter and
that?
Paul.
Peter, which one? The younger one or the older one?
The
I
Younger
don't
younger
one
one,
is
know which
Peter.
one.
Younger
I
one
the
is
just
younger one
know
is
one of
Peter.
them.
Peter and the
Yeah.
older Paul.
Yeah, the older one is Paul. So Miss Mac shop, I spent a lot of my days in there. So instead of having a babysitter, when I come from school or whatever, I used to go stay over Miss Mac shop. So since then I started serving, and she was a very interesting lady. You know, you can't ask her to get in. You can't buy anything out of the fridge. I ask her 2 times. So if you want butter, and then you say you want a cold drink, she said no. Yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
because you're opening up the fridge too much time.
Right.
So,
What?
and
You
then
know what that means? She's a great manager.
Yeah, I learned
right,
the business early. Yeah.
exactly. I learned the business early, and then she had chickens in the back, and then Charmaine, you remember Mr. Shakes, who was also
Oh yes,
Seventh Day
Mr.
Adventist.
Shakes.
They
Yes.
had chickens also,
That's
so
the
I
man
was
who own the
very fond.
supermarket.
So Dennis,
No, that was
you,
a relative of the Mr. Shakes who lived in front of me. They were the same family, but this Mr. Shakes only had chickens in the back of his yard. So I was very
Dennis, you
familiar with
might
chicken.
can confirm. Someone was telling us about Miss Max. So when you're going there
Yeah.
and you order, when you
Mm-hmm.
done order, she write down the price on a piece of paper, and
Oh,
in no
that's
time she
my
do the
job.
math. She do
Yes,
the math.
yes. It's me and her job that I have to write down big Gillespie's, half pound of saltfish, 1 pound of flour, mixed flour and cornmeal,
Oh.
right? And then
Half a
things
pint of
married,
cooking oil.
and then things married to, right? So
Big Jill
condensed milk
cooking oil.
married to
Big Jill.
big Jill, and then the condensed milk married to the bread.
Yes.
So you can't get a condensed milk if you
We
don't
don't
buy
buy the
something
bread.
else.
Yeah.
No, so there was
Rationing.
a lot of marrying,
Yeah.
and then you have to understand those things. So I used to go to market with her in the summer when she have to go buy skillet and thyme and those kind of grown provisions. So I spent a lot of time directly in front of my house was Miss Mac shop. So
That must
I would
So like
say
you're employed.
I was child labor because I never eat sweetie, I never get no time. She like me in there because I never take her sweetie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. So that was a lot of my youthful days. And then like Charmaine said, Sunday evening time, bathe and tidy, go creamy center, up at the little plaza beside the
Yeah, man,
supermarket.
up at the supermarket, yeah.
Yeah, then there was
Mhm.
Zigaboo who sleep on the ice box there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, Zigaboo. And
Yeah,
then there
man.
was Champ.
Yeah,
Some
Champ. Right, I remember his name.
some staples in
Yeah.
the area that
Yeah.
yeah,
You
some
know what you
staples.
talk, Phil? Champ?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
His proper name was Sir Winston Churchill Thomas. He lived by Pembroke Hall Drive and nearly in front of the supermarket and the hat factory.
Yeah, man. It was a Pembroke legend to bring him up, Denise. I remember
Of
him.
course,
Yeah, man.
Yes.
definitely,
Jelly.
definitely.
It's another Spartacus that.
Yeah, Champ. Yeah.
In the moon, right.
Definitely,
Yeah, man.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, walking across that little open land to and from COVID to Pembroke Hall Drive, anything in between there, that was us.
Yeah.
And up and down the street.
I mean, may I ask you a quick question, Denise, before we go to Michelle's early memories. What was the difference between you and your sister, the one who was a Rasta?
So, it's 13 years.
Wow.
13 years.
Shall I big woman for you then? Yes.
So I was just visiting with her. I just came. This is why I asked for this podcast today. I was away visiting. She lives in Canada, but she's visiting her daughter in the U.S., who is just 4 years older than me.
Okay.
So you can younger than me. So I am 4 years older than her. So she was my closest quote unquote sibling.
Yeah.
Daughter at the time. So
Is there niece, but at the same time it could be a friend.
I know she's my closest sister because
Grew up as sister,
the
yeah.
other one was 9 years older, and June is 13 years older. So I was only 4 years older than her. So my other youngest memory of her, they were just talking about it yesterday, was me forcing her to call me Auntie Denise. and just deciding that we still fail because she's still not calling me Auntie Denise up to now. So yeah, and they were all in Pembroke Hall Methodist, Pembroke Hall Primary.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Denise. That is a woolly.
Yeah.
You bring up all the names, there's a different memory that you bring up all champ.
Zigaboo, Jelly. Dunking Master.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Ziga. So, Michelle, give me some early memories of your Pembroke Hall days, because and we'll get into it because I'm why you, but we'll get into that. But give me the early memories of what you remember about Pembroke Hall.
Well, my earliest memories of Pembroke Hall was I was actually in and out of the hospital for about 5 years.
Asthma,
asthma.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. I remember you were asthmatic, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you grow it out or what?
No, the only time it actually bothers me is if I have a serious sinus infection.
Okay.
Otherwise, from that I'm good.
Otherwise, you grow it out. All right.
Yes. So I actually didn't start school until I was about 5, going on 6. And that was Clydesdale Basic School. My mom used to teach me at home. So by the time I got to school, I was basically up to speed with the other students. And then went on to Pembroke Hall Primary. And of course, Denise and Charmaine know that my parents are very protective and overly protective.
Yes.
So when school over, my mother is going to lock up the house, come down to Potosi Avenue and take me home.
So you never get to walk and chat like the rest of the way?
No, I didn't get that.
That was the best part. Take off your shoes when rain fall and walk.
No, I couldn't.
Hours for reach. Where it's supposed to take 5 minutes.
I unfortunately I didn't have that. I didn't get that opportunity until I was much older. I mean, upper like grade 5, grade 6. By that time, I was actually living around the corner from the school. So I would go home for lunch and, interact with the other children who went home for lunch, because at the time, Pembroke Hall Primary School, the majority of the students there came from Pembroke Hall.
Yeah.
So you might have 1 and 2 who may come from Marbley or over by Uenden and those.
So Michelle, you never get nice enough for your lunch?
Nice and you mean
Nutribun.
Nutribun, of course.
Nutribun, nice enough.
Nice enough for the milk.
Yeah,
cherry milk and chocolate milk.
A Nutribun and a veggie patty.
And the veggie patty, yes.
Yes, that's soft patty, right?
Yes.
And don't forget the choice of footwear, butter.
The butter shoes.
Until we start, you were ballerina.
Yes.
There was no
goodness.
choice.
Oh, that was a memory, Michelle.
Ballerina and Bobby Socks was great.
Oh, yes.
Ballerina.
Oh, my goodness.
So hold on, let me ask you something. So the ballerina shoes, girl have a different wear, or it just in the matter the same shoes the girl and the boy wear?
No, our one had like a Mary Jane, like a thing across the front.
Yes.
Okay. It was a big thing. That was after my time.
You can't just say Mary Jane in a car. Jelly don't know what that is. You have to explain things. The program is designed not only to entertain but to educate.
With a bottle that goes across.
I know that. But you have to explain to the fans who don't know, like Sir Lance.
All right, Sir Lance, it had a little buckle that go across the ankle.
Okay, that's what differentiates between male and female.
That's what I call Mary Jane.
Okay, I got you.
Although some will tell you that's also weed.
All right.
I keep on something, but continue, Michelle. Sorry.
Yes. So I mean, well, as I got older now, my mom used to. At that time, she didn't relax her hair. She used to press her hair. So she used to press her hair at Miss Lewis.
Wow.
Wow.
The neighborhood.
That's our neighbor that across the road. We live across the road from me.
Jelly, that's a neighborhood beauty parlor.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So, and it's from there that I got to know Miss Palmer, Miss Palmer's son, heard about the Hennies and a couple of other persons who lived on Colbeck Avenue, because that's the avenue that I had to walk on at the time when I was living at Clydesdale. Yeah. So we eventually moved to Potosi, so I was closer to Pembroke Hall Primary School. That was when I met Denise, as I said, earlier. But still having the overprotective parents, I didn't have the luxury of going for Sunday evening walks and all of those things, because we had to be at home and make sure we prepare for school come Monday morning, uniform iron, shoes clean, bag pack, homework done, all of those things.
Yeah.
Are you with
But Michelle,
Officers Club.
Yeah, go ahead, Charmaine.
Yeah, no, as Michelle was reminding us that her mom used to get her hair pressed at Miss Lewis, and I think it was Miss Lewis that told my mom that there was a girl down the street who passed for Andrews too. And I think that's how I met you, Michelle, because then my mom spoke to your mom. And then that's how we started.
That sounds like Miss Lewis, Charmaine.
Yes.
Yes, that's
But she's a connector.
That was the connection. Yes.
And if no one do they use the upgraded term, the connector? Yes.
Miss Lewis.
Well, she's a broker.
Rest in peace. I'm a good friend that she got a boat. I said me and her born the same month, December.
Wow.
Yep.
But she never like you when you bomb up her gate.
No. But you run me down with the cutlass. So now I get to that. It's up to Denise and Charmaine and Michelle.
So, but Miss Lewis was the first person that pressed my hair too. I don't know if she pressed your hair too, Michelle, but she pressed my hair.
Yeah, right through high school until fifth form.
Right. And Philip, you were the first person that gave me a compliment on my pressed hair.
Yes,
behind the paid wall for that thing. Behind the paid wall. Yeah.
And Philip saw me and he was like, "Man, your hair looks nice."
No, she was good. She was good at what she did, because a lot of persons at the time when I used to press my hair, they didn't know that it was pressed until rainfall.
Right. She did such a good job. Yes.
She did a good job.
I call her name, but for just make sure we say rest in peace, Miss Lewis. She passed.
Yes.
Another Pembroke Hall legend that too, man. Colbeck Avenue legend, without a doubt. I didn't know she spread so far and wide, Michelle.
And when you're thinking about Pembroke Hall legend, and Michelle was just talking about Potosi, I remember Watchy from he used to walk up the school. I think his name was Mr. Lamont.
Mr. Lamont, yes.
Mr. Lamont, yes.
Thank you for that, Denise. I'm try to bring him up in a couple of the podcasts. Yeah, man. He write a last minute on Potosi Corner.
Exactly.
Yes.
He was a watchman for
years.
He
lived next door to Wayne Taylor.
Yes.
Remember when son them named
I don't listen. Anyone I ever hear from him? From Wayne Tomlinson.
Sorry, this is not Wayne Taylor, it's Tomlinson, right? Yes.
No.
Who she live beside? Watch them.
No.
It's Wayne Taylor and him.
Wayne Taylor.
The mother named Tomlinson.
Because I'm like,
mother was Tomlinson.
Oh?
Yeah, they never married. Forgot. Him father and mother never married.
Yeah, Taylor and the name.
Nobody never hear from him. Huh?
No.
No.
Him coming like our legend, like Mikey Ward.
I know Mikey Ward. And me just surprised that he have no social media footprint.
He live in Boston.
Oh, Taylor?
Wayne Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, hopefully me.
You know who that is, eh? That's fell off the bike, face first, bottom last.
Wow.
The man got foreign the first time for 2 weeks and come back and talk for him. Say, I was riding the bike and I fell off the bike, face first, bottom last.
Yo!
That boy was a piece of work.
Phil, hold on, the man come on the podcast. I'm not doing so bad. Make him come on and he will laugh up time. Yeah,
that's what we're here to entertain and educate.
So, Michelle, you had younger siblings?
Yes, I have 3 brothers and a sister. I'm the eldest. My brother that comes after me is Ricardo, a Casey old boy.
Yeah.
My other brother, Gary, JC old boy. And my sister, she went to St. Andrew.
Yes.
And my baby brother, who is also a JC old boy. So, but my brother that comes after me, we are the ones that are here in Jamaica, but the others, they migrated back in 94 to the US. So that's where they reside now. My parents actually migrated to the US as well, but they came back in 2008. And my dad passed in 2014, and my mom is still here with us.
Condolences on your dad.
So Lance, just to make you know, Ricky, her younger brother, and me, and another little man from Tree Works. That was one of the first DJ system we started.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Yes, I forgot that Ricky was part of that too.
So Ricky was part of that start, you know, when we started that DJ system.
What was the name of the guy from Three Works again?
I try to remember my name. I can't remember my name.
I can't remember. I must call Ricky and ask him. Yeah, but I remember, and you guys used to get a lot of
gig.
Yes, thank you, Denise.
Yeah, man, we used to play it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Was it Red Light or Red Light?
Red Light. Red Light.
Yes, Red Light.
Red Light District.
Oh my goodness.
So you and him farmer set, Junior?
Yeah, man, me and him farmer set.
I forgot that I used to have party on the carport next door to you. I want to get into that history there.
No. Behind the paid wall that again. I want careful.
No, man, those were like amazing parties. No, we can definitely talk about that. Yeah, our parties were amazing.
Yeah, talk about that then, Charmaine. Talk about them parties then. Because since you have good memory of that.
My parents were very good in that. You know, we had a house that had a big carport.
A carport.
Yeah, yes. So that's where all the parties were held. So, you know, especially in the summertime, birthdays, whatnot. Yeah, all the parties were held there. And of course, Red Light Disco would play. And
you have to wap.
Yes.
What mean wap?
But the thing is, true, a lot of those parties weren't even lands weren't even our parties, and it's other people who are celebrating now.
Okay.
Like said Denise birthday coming up, and say, hey, we'll keep Denise's birthday, but at my yard it keep our yard
right.
So you had a good carport, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so the carport came in pretty handy.
You had a proper party carport.
Yeah. I remember the carport, the rest. Yes.
So that's why enough party keep.
Mm-hmm.
Even the driveway to go around the back, like the entire setup layout of the house was proper for party.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Yeah, Michelle,
you could have just walk right through to the backyard.
Yeah, and the sinks were there.
Go ahead, Charmaine, and then Michelle. Go ahead, Charmaine.
No, I said the sinks were there in the back too, so we could wash up, whatever. It was perfect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Michelle, you were talking like.
But before you jump to Michelle, Lance, you said something about my mom. My mom actually was one of those people, that when we got to her, we said, "Mom, so-and-so want to keep a party." She said, "Okay, no problem."
Yeah.
My mom has never said no to one of those parties.
Yes. She was very cool.
She was very wise. She wanted you to keep the party.
She was the cool mom.
No, smart.
Yeah, man, wise.
Very smart.
Wise. Keep the party here.
I can't hold on the friend.
Can monitor them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
who
keep the party
here. Get beaten.
Yeah.
and who mother going stand up at the corner with them hand behind them and wait to say, "Nah, come home." Oh my God, that's an embarrassing part. When you're coming home,
There should be a cake. For the party, so it's a win.
Yes.
Oh my
God.
goodness.
Michelle, I thought you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that I remember one of the first parties that I went to that was held at Charmaine's house, but So at that time we were in high school, and was still living at Potosi Avenue, and I was basically living around the corner from the school, so it's not a long walk.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, we were on the dance floor dancing. I don't remember who I was dancing with. I can't remember. And somebody come and tap me on my shoulder and said, "Michelle, your dad is here." He's ready.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if
I
you
never want to bring that up, Michelle. I never want to bring that up, but we remember that,
I was so embarrassed.
Wow.
I remember. Oh my
I was so embarrassed. I think I didn't go back to any. I was too embarrassed.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You
Those
look,
days.
I want to say, look, you
embarrassed.
know, Michelle. I hear the one I send you have some mothers when I go to the party with the flashlight. I go, I look.
Yes. I've heard some of those about some of those in other podcasts.
Yes, yeah. You know me I talk about, Charmaine, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3 friends will go send you someone at Annandale. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
But I'm glad for your phone because it's different for girls than for boys, completely different, So I was so happy that when the couple decided to come share in the store and all them. So yeah.
Now, when you said Annandale, we kind of graduated to some parties up at Annandale to Junior up by Richie. Yeah.
Ricky's house.
Oh yeah, by
Ricky.
Ricky, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was Ricky
Yeah.
By Richie, by Lindsay house.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, Richie.
when we were at the first party, we were all at Richie house.
Yeah.
A mother coming at 90 and rapid and flashlight
Of course.
for her daughter.
Wow.
But not say who, but that did happen.
But mega say not my mother because she go stand up
Well,
out of the
it's not-
corner and somebody go tell me say your mother up the street.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Remember that, man, because we graduated to all the party of them I keep up on a
Up at
Richie
Richie.
house.
So
Yeah.
the party the park could never charge. Never charge money.
We never charge, the big party where they charge from was the one up at Agri House when we go up at KFC up at that's where the name Sunrise.
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 Yeah.
And we keep a big party up there in the lands, man. I tell you now, we're ready
That
to
was
sell
a
juice,
big party, yes.
We're ready to sell liquor, and the mother come out and say, "What I do? They're not selling liquor in my house." I forgive her all of the liquor. I say, we almost ball.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
That's to remind Agri about that.
So all the food, the man,
Yeah,
thing
man.
there. Never used to sell the food. Everybody just come and eat and drink, and that's it.
Everybody just come and eat and drink.
Yeah, I
and
don't
have
remember.
fun.
I
We
don't
all put
remember
our
any
monies
money
together.
passing.
But
You
no.
just- yeah.
You see, a lot of them. Remember, we were playing dues for the local
Oh, for
club,
the-
Yeah, so you pay the
And
dues,
when
but no paying no entrance fee though.
No, and then my mom do the must give my mother the dues,
Yeah.
and so and then
Cook.
she let us cook, and then she let us cook some food. For
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I got you. It's not like one person underwrite the part of the dues from the
Yeah, general.
Yeah, from the church club. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So everybody, anybody birthday, so we as DJ just want to play music. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I promote yourself. So now, the
That's why I'm
outsider
promoting
never used to
myself.
come.
So have fun.
All the contain outsiders that come at them party there. Man never crash the party if you use the right word.
Well, that's how I meet Ricky and Richie, cause them crashed the party at Charmaine birthday party.
Yeah,
them
my
crash.
Right.
2015 birthday party, yes.
Yeah.
So I saw the group
Ah.
get bigger still enough
Yeah, you
because
just bring them in. There's no crashes. You just embrace them and then become a
Exactly.
part of the thing.
Yeah.
cause them they come from the top of Pembroke Hall
Mm-hmm.
Annandale and Chester.
and Andale.
Yeah.
And Chester.
where Ricky did live, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so them come in and them crash the party, and me say, I see the man them in my mother cabinet. I take out our glass. And I say, yo, Virgin, what I do? Just I look for something to drink out. I say, but I can't go in the cabinet.
Onto the
Plastic.
Onto the plastic stuff.
Take the plastic glass and put it back, Virgin.
Yeah.
And then me and the man them start talk, and then I saw it go.
That's all like
So
brothers
we
pure
became
Pembroke Hall
friends.
people are come through and through there. No other community now come through.
No, only part of community never come through still enough.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
I don't
I
think
think
everybody
one and two
knew.
man from you and then would have come through.
Or
Yeah.
maybe Three Oaks or maybe
Queensboro.
No, Queensboro.
Queensbury.
Queensbury, Richie.
Yes.
You remember
Sunrise.
Paul? You
Yeah.
remember Richie from up there, the satellite guy? Yeah, he used to pass through now and again and stuff.
Yeah.
Couple of them used to pass through.
Sure.
I think we have it well contained, and everybody know who's supposed to be there. Yeah.
So Michelle, let me ask you that question here first, and Charmaine can answer it afterwards. When I read the thing and it says St. Andrew or St. Andrews, and tell me high school for girls, what was it like when you started attending that prestigious high school, and why? You always say St. Andrew High School for girls. Is there a high school for boys? St. Andrew High School for boys?
No, there isn't. There isn't. And that's the name of the school. It says St. Andrew High School for girls. That's the name. In terms of when it just started there, it was kind of like a culture shock for me. Because you're just in your little community, and you're used to a particular type of lifestyle and all of that. You go primary school or whatever not, and then when you go to high school now, you back upon children used to go to prep school, and it was just it was, and they behave differently from how I would normally, or we would behave then as students going to primary school. I don't know, I may be wrong, but I think we were a little bit more friendlier, those who went to primary school, than the ones who were coming from the prep school. They kind of like in the group, first form, they kind of like the first couple of months kind of snubbed you a little bit. They used to just kind of clique to themselves, and then I guess after they started getting to know each other and all of that, now then you saw the integration, going forward up to the point of graduation. But it was really a culture shock.
Definitely.
I mean, the first couple of months, But,
and for you, Charmaine, what was it like? I come to you, Denise, because you went to an extra special high school where we come to.
Yeah, no, Michelle is right. When we went to St. Andrew, a lot of the girls there came from St. Andrew Prep, right?
yes.
So a lot of them knew each other from prep school. I mean, there was Michelle and Carol Charles, Pernell Charles' daughters. There was Rory Coombs, who won Miss Jamaica Fashion Model. There was like all these, politicians' kids, and what's her name, Tamu Davidson, whose father was Dr. Davidson, and Winston Davidson. Yeah. So and then Andrea Strawn, whose father was the Auditor General for Jamaica, was in my class, and so it was just all of these people would get picked up in their drivers would pick them up after school and drop them to and from school. Whereas at one point I was some of us were taking the bus. Yeah.
Charmaine daddy never pick up at the Hillmount as a
Charmaine would hide when that comes to Junior.
My goodness. Yes.
Teach him out for
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was very, very different. Yeah. But as Michelle said, after time, when when you started joining different clubs, and you started just kind of like making just different friends. But the brother school to St. Andrew is Jamaica College, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I think Jamaica College had a different name back then. I can't remember, maybe not. But that was our brother.
No, it's the same.
It was always Jamaica
College.
Yeah. Maybe I mix up with Campion, because Campion was St. Peter and Paul before it became.
Oh, okay.
St. Peter and Paul merged, I think, for something like that,
so that was our brother school. We did some activities together. But I mean, Andrews was an amazing experience, such an amazing. I mean, I look at all my friends on my friends on Facebook, and they're like, maybe 60% of my friends are from St. Andrew, you know, and yeah, just amazing institution. And you know, I'm still friends with some of those girls today, you know. So in fact, I'm like going to one of their houses in a couple of weeks. So
no understand why the name come out in Andrews. No, I get it.
Any one of you are like a member of any of the old girls chapter?
We're not old.
Yes,
But
exactly.
alumni. Sorry, thank you, Denise.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
We're not
actually
old.
part of the New York alumni St. Andrew, but a lot of the women there were actually older women. So there were women who went to St. Andrew.
Before
Actually, there was one woman who I think she may have like been there at the beginning. She eventually passed.
She started.
eventually passed, but yeah, I was probably the youngest, right? And so I'm still friends with a couple of the ladies, but I haven't. After I had Liam, I couldn't attend the meetings, but it was a really good group, and I remember we had a couple events together that were really nice. So
the first time I heard that, I come to you, Denise, was when the teacher got Pembroke Hall, Miss Briscoe was there. I don't remember Miss Briscoe.
I don't remember her.
Probably not what time, me and Philip time. Not what time, yeah. Fair son, Carlton Briscoe, come on. Them used to live down a Petterton down at the bottom part, and him first met me know say, yeah man, I think his sister used to go Andrews, so he was the youngest one, or St. Andrews, sorry. And him met me know about that first and foremost. I saw them talk about St. Andrews, so I said, right, I never know that, but yeah. But go ahead, Denise, so tell me your experience switching from Pembroke Hall now to Immaculate of all schools.
Well, I mean, understatement, the culture shock. Apart from the culture shock, which I'll come to later, the volume shock for me was the first thing. I never see so much people in my life at my tender age of 10.
Right.
And like in the cafeteria, I didn't eat for maybe the first week or two because I didn't figure out that it's so it's going to stay every time.
Wow.
Like the lines and all of that. One day I mentioned to my mother, "Why you eat feel?" And she said, "Oh, I'm gonna eat because the lines." And then she explained to me, "So it's going to stay because I've never experienced so many people at one time." And I mean, go up and miss a Muncie or buy something out of the school gate compared to
right.
Yeah, I really was shocked about that until I realized that this is the
norm.
Yes, my new norm. And I mean, the similar experience to Charmaine and Michelle with regards to the difference in the people that was there, because half of them was there from Immaculate Prep, and I could count. I think it was just me and one other person from Pembroke Hall Primary in that year was there, and then to make new friends. At that time, I was 10, and I left Pembroke Hall Primary when I was in grade 4.
Yeah.
But there was a small group of people who them never make go grade 5. You try and take a common entrance, and just by chance, just by chance, but so very immature and fool.
Right, girl, man, Denise.
No, that was then. This is now. So so it was just a small group of people, and at that age, I mean, Charmaine, to speak to that, I don't think I would do that now if it were allowed, because I think it was a disadvantage for us to be so immature to meet up with
I agree.
the others.
I actually agree with that because I experienced that with my son when he came here.
Yeah.
He started prep school in Jamaica early and he couldn't manage to work. So when he came, he was like a year or two younger than, and it worked at a disadvantage for him, I think.
Yeah, the social and emotional skills we don't have. You could have the head a little bit more. It was really, I saw myself as a silly girl in the first year, and why those girls were so mature and acting up like that, And in that period of time between 10 and 12, there's such a difference between the maturity.
Period,
so so that was another issue for me.
As a younger person, for me personally, and it's not about it's the same, not as bad as we're never as lucky as the man in my Calabar. Because when I go Calabar, Them know 100 man from Pembroke Hall go Calabar.
Well, no, I knew no one from Pembroke
I
Hall.
went to for me it was one other person like you, Denise. I went to Meadowbrook. One other person passed with me and got Meadowbrook, and me know him was for lifelong friend for him until he passed.
Right.
Like before. But yeah, I saw it. But the biggest challenge for me when we start high school as opposed to primary school, when them start off Spanish class. And we see the people roll off them R and them.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. Or a caro.
Yes.
Because them learn Spanish at prep school. Most of them come from Meadowbrook prep. I mean, I know not those Spanish at all.
Right.
So that's
one. Prince, one other problem that I had, having just walk everywhere my whole life, was to take 43 bus when it's dark. Make sure you get it so you can catch another 30 bus to go Constant Spring Road.
Early in the morning. And not just bring that. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. The 3 and a half female, I'm going to ask this.
Never afraid.
We're going to bring up a name because it sounds like one was the 8th group. And I don't want to go to the accusers or the name accusers or what we think caused it. You remember Diane Smith?
Of course.
Every day.
She was,
day.
I was in grade 8. She was in grade 9, I think.
Oh, she was a little older than you then. So you were at school at the time when that happened?
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday.
She went
I went to her
Hall?
funeral.
Wow.
No. She Immaculate with Shorty and them at in Constant Spring.
Okay.
Short, I'm going to say about that. Shorty is the fall guy for that. We're not saying not more about
Yes. So that
Yes,
story
yes.
lives on. That story lives on.
Mm-hmm.
That story lives on with that. But I was present there, went to her funeral, and I experienced that in the school community.
So how you felt?
I don't remember that story actually.
You don't remember that story at all, Charmaine?
No.
Michelle, you remember it?
Yes, because Denise, where was the funeral held again? Was it at Holy Cross?
Holy
Church?
Cross, yeah, it was at Holy
Yes,
Cross.
I went.
Exactly. It was at Holy Cross. Yeah, it was at Holy Cross.
Yeah, I'll never forget it.
Yeah, it was at Holy Cross.
Yeah.
No, that was so tell me how you feel then. You don't remember it, Charmaine, so I can't ask you.
No.
How you feel as young girl when you hear that? Because in my mind, that was the first time. For me,
it was scary. It was devastating. It was the first time we felt fear.
Yeah.
It was the first time we felt fear because happy-go-lucky, silly, carefree, going 5 o'clock when it's dark, make sure you catch your 43 bus. Never was ever afraid. Your mother would have watched you stand up and watch you go up the street, everything all right. But at that point, there was fear-induced.
Yes.
So your mother and your brother and sister did it after that? Them start walking to go to school or what?
Actually, I don't even know if that came any action out of it. You're afraid a little bit, and then them start talk about Shorty, and then come from up. I don't think we were so trained to be so fearful as it would have been today.
Yeah.
Eventually, we found it to be isolated, and then it was attached to rich people and up at that place. And like after a while, I don't think there was any real action in how we operated after that.
No,
shortly thereafter, but it just evaporated, I believe.
Yeah, I agree with that. You just have the fear for most.
Yeah.
And for you, Michelle, how you dealt with the fear? Because did you feel fearful for notes? A young girl your age got brutally murdered that way there?
Yeah.
Yes. But the thing is that my dad used to take us to school in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't that. Unlike Denise, I didn't worry about getting up early, going on the bus early morning or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But in the afternoon, though, my school finish at 1:45. I have to be home by 2:45.
Whichever bus you have to small up yourself in.
Small up myself. So, I'll never forget that. So. And then being the goody two shoes that I was at the time, I was at home by 2:45.
Yeah.
As soon as the first bus come, I was on it and I am gone. But it was really a fearful moment, and in my mind I was saying, how could somebody do something like that?
Yeah.
Child, what type of person that is and all of that. And there's not a day or a moment goes by that I don't recall that incident. you know, especially nowadays when you hear about the schoolgirls that go missing, even though some of them the missing, you know, they're just being defiant.
They're just not there at the time.
But you know, it was scary and it was sad. I mean, even just talking about it now, I feel really because I mean, she would be in our age group now.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And then there was one more thing about that. I think it's one of the first times when in my house anyways, we were talking openly about anything so gruesome, because I remember my mother used to spell you know, bad things. Like those things weren't often talked about.
No.
You know, to children anyway.
That's
it was kept away. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't your story to hear or to have up into as argument. So it was one of the first times when this was exposed and we were a part of this conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
Us admin, I was a little older than 1985. The leave school already. I'm born 1962. Probably I drive the bus at the time, the minibus. I don't know if you remember the minibus when we used to up on. Charmaine must remember it.
Oh yes.
The
$250,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Lance. Both of them would have drive on the bus, you know, because them company trip them, you know.
Somebody took them organized. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I remember them. Yes. I remember the trip them too. I don't remember Michelle and Denise. I don't.
Yeah, man, them company trip, man.
I wouldn't have been on any of those trips.
No, that's true. That's true, Michelle. Sorry,
our father wouldn't allow it at all.
No, our father, the Michelle house, we couldn't go to Michelle house, you know.
We could have stopped outside of Potosi, like a little bit off. No, but I think I remember.
I will go for Ricky.
I remember getting some permission to go in a little bit and kind of beg for Michelle a little bit, a little barbecue here and a little barbecue there. I have to go on the jury and get like 150 questions from, and then but we want Michelle come and we have to go under the jury questioning and brave up yourself and go in and set up.
Advocate.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Advocate, yes. You have to brave up and go in and get a question and make sure you have your proper answer.
So exactly.
So Charmaine, talk to us now about when you started going to the club run the Pembroke Hall Methodist Church and tell us where that church was for the people who are listening.
Yeah, so the Pembroke Hall Methodist Church was at the would it be closer to the top of Pembroke Hall Drive, closer to
the middle of Pembroke Hall Drive?
Yeah, not too far from the supermarket. If you go,
just cross from the supermarket.
Just cross from the supermarket, right? Yeah. And I can't remember who invited us there for the first time, but
Charmaine and me carried on because Ricky and Ricky.
Yes, that is true. Yes. And then I just met this really exciting group of young people, right? And it was like just amazing. And we just kind of hit it off. And we got into all the activities, right? The camping.
Oh, yes, you remember the camping?
Yes. Clydesdale, hiking, walkathon, camping.
Yes, everything.
It was just a whole, what do you call it, clean fun?
We're not camping. We're not camping.
In
Clydesdale?
Clydesdale, up in
Clydesdale. Yeah.
Which
mountain that? Because I'm not a Clydesdale no, I think a Clydesdale Avenue.
No. Clydesdale. Can I tell you that some of the avenues in Pembroke Hall are named after certain places in Blue Mountain?
Oh, because it's the same Clydesdale, yeah.
Oh.
Yes, and there's a Potosi. So some of the avenues in Pembroke Hall are named after places in Blue Mountain.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Actually, Riley Briscoe they tell me said, and you may be right to Michelle, because when there was the road in Pembroke Hall named after great houses, former great houses in Jamaica. So in a Clydesdale probably was a great house. Potosi was a great house. Calbeck Castle, I know in music.
Yes.
Mona was named after flowers, buttercup, whatever them call it, and then.
Oh, buttercup was the best house.
Yeah,
yeah.
Pembroke Hall primary. Yes,
No,
yes.
and I say that
Tell
because
them,
come
tell
dead
them.
last of sports day
And
every
Buttercup
year.
was what color again? A yellow?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, man. I
Yellow.
the best
Yellow
house at the
house.
two part. I
Michelle,
remember
which
buying
house
that.
you were in?
I think
Carnation?
it was, I can't remember, to be honest with you, but it was yellow. It was a hibiscus.
No, Buttercup
Don't
is
remember.
yellow.
Buttercup.
Yeah, Buttercup
I
is
think it
yellow.
was hibiscus. Hibiscus was red house. Was red
Yes,
house
and then Carnation, and then
Carnation. Who was
Dahlia
blue?
or
I
something
think.
like that.
Dahlia.
Dahlia. Yeah.
Dahlia was blue.
It's either hibiscus or Dahlia. One out of the two.
Yeah, so when
You can't remember your house.
Yeah, so one of the things is that my brother and I, Junior and I, we didn't go to Pembroke Hall primary. We went to St. Jude's primary. So we didn't know a lot of the
Right.
people from Pembroke Hall.
primary, okay, I got you.
Yes, because we didn't go to Pembroke Hall primary. So these were like new people for us, you know? So
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So they miss out. One of the best. I remember somewhere all about the Pembroke Hall primary. The best primary school ever.
Don't worry. The compensation is that you were part of the Pembroke Hall fraternity.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
for sure. And Pembroke Hall Methodist Church that time, the youth group was embracing everybody, and
yes.
and that was the most wholesome fun I can wish for the young people today to have.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
where everybody was safe, everybody was cared for, everybody's parents was the parents of
Special.
every kid there.
True.
Yes.
You know,
It's
I
so
was
true.
never afraid to go to any house. Nobody was afraid to come to mine. You know, it's just a different world now.
Yeah.
You say you down at Michelle, your mother say, all right, you're safe. If you're at Charmaine, you know,
Right.
there's no, okay, that is where you are, no problem.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
and
and I
all,
remember even on
it's
our
a
Sunday
different
walks,
time.
we used to stop by your house too, Denise. You remember
yes.
me and Marlene used to stop by?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
And street light was the only limitation we had if it ever got off. But, you know, the street pole hold us up with, I don't know what we had to talk about.
Lots.
Yes.
No, but so long and all day and all. No, and then you walk me home and then you walk me back. So
Back
I could have walked
home,
you back.
yes.
We
That's
could have just
exactly
never
how it happened. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But one of the things I wanted to remind you, Michelle and Denise wouldn't have been a part of this, but we also had a youth club in on Colbeck Avenue.
Oh yeah, I never
Right,
know that.
Paul and Philip would I don't know if Philip was a part of it, but Paul would definitely remember, and my brother, that we had a youth club. Remember, Paul?
Yeah, we did form another club.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
that would have the sessions them over your house.
Right. So we had a secretary, we had a treasurer, president. I think
Dean Foster was part of that.
Dean Foster was the president.
Yeah, Dean
yes.
Foster, Angela, who used to live across from Larry. Then you have Larry. That's when Wayne Taylor did live in Jamaica.
Bobby.
Bobby was in it. What the guy who used to live Carden? Cordell.
Yeah, I think Carlton Baker was a part of it too, wasn't
Carlton Baker.
Yes,
was a
Carlton
part of
Baker.
it. Yeah, man. Enough people start to come in. Actually, to be honest with you, really and truly, it's 3 youth club used to come together, The one in Carlbeck, the one at the church, and the fools who used to live on Pembroke Drive on the bottom. Them used to go to Catholic church. But they also had a youth group. Yeah, Maggie them did also have a youth group under the Catholic church. So me and I was a part of that group too. And me bring Richie and Ricky to that group too, and him get to know them as well. So it's almost like it was a clash of different church groups just coming together and
then we
forming
had,
this major network in Pembroke Hall.
And even outwards to St. Mary Anglican, where there was a fair. I don't remember which day it was, but every year there was a fair.
I used to go. I would be there with Marlene every year.
Yes, but what was the reason for that fair again?
The fair was around a holiday. I think it was.
I can't remember which one.
I think it was independent. No, it was Easter. It was the Easter
fair. That fair was just like the biggest fair.
Yes. I mean, I look forward to that fair every year, Denise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good fair.
Yeah,
I
but
want to go and ask you about Mr. Jenkins. I have something that's been on my mind. Was Mr. Jenkins an ophthalmologist or something? Did he work
Yeah,
in a...
Yes,
him
100%.
work on
Yes.
eyeglasses.
Okay, because my mother's eyeglasses, every minute she gone, Mr. Jenkins was tightening up her glasses.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
He was the glasses guy.
Okay, that's what I had in my head, and I'm wondering, am I thinking about it right?
yeah,
All the
yeah,
time
Yeah.
is that
Yeah, man.
Mr. Jenkins and the
Fix
glasses.
all eyeglasses them in a Pembroke.
yeah,
I
man.
know,
Yes.
and tighten them up when them get loose.
Yeah, that was Pembroke Hall, you know.
You're gonna collect them. You're gonna collect them at the bar for Lions Den. So.
Lions Den.
One I'm spot that for two, Paul. Pembroke Hall was all
Yeah,
inclusive
man.
as feeling I remind me, yeah. You don't have to leave Pembroke Hall
Lions
for
Den.
nothing at all, no.
No, it was very self-sufficient.
Yes,
All inclusive.
that's true.
All inclusive.
All inclusive.
Yeah. But I'm asking something though. When you used to, well, Dennis, you used to go watch a football. Michelle, definitely. Never saw you actually watch a football or nothing like that.
I was there from my eye was at my knee because I had one playing and one who was just... June was always there, and she used me as an excuse to say she's going to walk me out.
Okay.
Ah.
That is how you get to go for a walk out.
Ah.
So you don't have the football field from early then?
Oh, always watching match upon match. Bus sometimes cross the bridge when you're not supposed to cross the bridge. You know, Pennell Bridge.
Yeah, Patrick City, yeah.
For no good reason, but cross the bridge, come back, match a play, and all of that. Peanut, man, and all of that.
Prince.
Yeah.
Princeton.
I had the luxury of that because I had two bigger ones who used me by pass, right?
Wow.
It's amazing that you can't even move around like that back home.
Wow.
No?
That's
Yeah, you can't move around like that.
I can't imagine my life any other way than that.
No, that is... Well, as they come to that, I ask Michelle, because Michelle's still living at Pembroke Hall after all these years. Our son, them, born and growing up Pembroke Hall. And how old are your son, them now? A big man, them now? Or...
Big men.
Big men.
30 and 26.
Okay.
Are you serious?
He said,
Wow.
don't say so.
No, that is incredible. That is incredible. Yeah.
So what has been this is in my mind, what has it been like for you, Michelle, living in Pembroke Hall? How has it changed in terms of say?
Well, it has changed a lot because most of the persons the homeowners, most of them have either migrated or died or moved to other areas and stuff like that. But you have a few persons who are still here. And I believe I was fortunate enough to have that same type of community when my boys were growing up, because I know that if them not at my house, they're across the neighbor, the parents who live across the road from me, or they're done by the Perkins.
What road do you live on now, Michelle, if you don't mind?
Chesterville.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Michelle, what happened to Miss Iris?
Miss Iris died,
Right. That's what I was thinking.
She died. I think she died like 2 years before Dad did.
Okay.
So she died.
She was a sweet lady. Yes.
Yes. Cherries from her cherry tree.
Yeah. And can I tell you that cherry tree, we ended up had to chop it down, and then a soursop tree came up. And then we ended up had to chop down the soursop tree, and now there's a crossbreed lemon orange tree in that space.
Wow.
Yeah.
That cherry tree served a whole generation.
I am telling you. So as I was saying, I'm lucky enough to have that type of community spirit when my boys were growing up. So I knew where they were. Sometimes even at the house, and then unfortunately all of them were boys. There were no girls. So sometimes I'd be at home with 7 boy children, them either playing game or watching movies and stuff like that. So, growing up for them, it was almost similar to how I was brought up and, growing up in Pembroke Hall. But then when they got older now, like started going to high school and, things kind of change. You have different type of people moving into the community. And, it's, you still have one or two persons who were from back in the day, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same.
Well, let me ask you something. I'm sure say other people might have question. You think so Pembroke Hall is a young family community now, or you don't say? Let me ask this way: do a lot of children live in a Pembroke Hall like when we are grow up? Because
no.
Jelly, they hear them say the birth rate down in Jamaica.
No.
Woman, I protect them body now. Woman, I have no time for have no woody for you.
But not too many children.
And in Pembroke Hall in particular, or what?
Not too many kids now in the community?
No, not a lot of kids in the community. No, it's mostly because the children that grew up with my children, they were like the last generation of so many kids, in the community. After that, it's not so much because you remember when we were going, Denise, when we were going to Pembroke Hall Primary School and school let over and you see 5 million children.
There's a sea of children. Sea of children. Sea.
Yeah, nowadays, because I work from home 2 days of the week.
Yeah.
So you don't even hear any kids passing when school over. You might hear.
Listen, it's because them parents driving them.
No, not only that. It's just that you don't have a lot of children. Like all on a Sunday evening, you would hear children.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that was the carousing. I looked forward to that sea of people every single day. Rain, and when I say rain or shine, especially when it rained, it was just so good. And then if you wet up your shoes, you have to put it on the back of the fridge.
The fridge.
Make sure your shoes dry.
And the school bag. And the school bag. Yeah.
So you have a second pair.
No, that's your school shoes.
That's your school shoes. That's different from the church shoes.
Exactly. That is your school shoes. Like you need that shoes for wear to school, rain or shine. Put it at the back of the fridge. Yeah, put it at the back of the fridge. That was guaranteed dry and it crisp when it come out too.
Yeah. So you think that change started taking place, Michelle, when your two boys became adults?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think contributed to that? Now, young people don't want to live at Pembroke Hall or what?
To be honest, I really don't know. But as it was mentioned, I guess most persons here now are probably like in my age group or older. So most of the young persons, because even with my kids, the other children that they grew up with, most of them are overseas.
Yeah.
So I guess that generation, and then this generation, no, they're not really, as you say, having kids that early as early as I had mine, and I didn't have them early. So I don't, to be honest, I really don't know. But it's just so different. It's just so different from when we were growing up.
Yeah, it is. When I grew up, and me grew up a little before, full of picnic at Pembroke Hall, that's what I say.
I think Philip is right. People are not having as many kids as before, like 1 or 2. But so it's not like, you're going to find families with, more than 2 or 3 kids.
It looked like the ad did work then, Phil. You remember the ad there?
Yeah, man.
Two is better than too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not only that. Honestly, like I said, I think women today, most of them more concerned about preservation of their body than that coupled with the fact that, guys, a lot of them to realize that they cannot rely on the men them of today. You know, and because that's one of the problems, you know. It's too many broken homes and lack of parenting. Because if you listen to what these three guys saying, you see, when we are grew up, our mother and father are parents. You cannot say that about most of these mother and father today. They are not parents, they are just mothers and father.
We are saying we did lucky. We did lucky.
Yeah, of course.
In every respect, in parenting and in community.
Yeah.
Right now, if you ask Michelle, if how she feel like in the community, like for say, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how safe you feel, sure it's probably gonna be very low because it's not like in our time where we could have walk about and go anywhere without fear of being robbed, much less killed.
The mirror answer. That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, I remember back in the days when we were coming from youth group after we go up to Annandale, after youth group, Annandale, and then coming back down. Talking like 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, up and down.
Nobody not we walk. The only you might see 1 or 2 persons on the road and see a couple dog and whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Probably. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. By 8 o'clock, the road is dead. There's nobody. You might see one person driving in or anything like that. But once 8 o'clock, it's like everything just because at some point in time we had a spate of robberies, especially on Colbeck Avenue, Clydesdale, Chesterville,
the upper echelon of Pembroke Hall.
Yes. What we used to call it, Denise, the gardens.
Yes, something like
yes.
So we used to some kind of heights. We used to
I just said that. Yes, I jokingly, Michelle, were you aware that Pembroke Hall was like 3-bedroom and 2-bedroom?
Yeah, because the original the house that I live in, the original house was 2-bedroom.
That was weird.
That's it. Where I'm living now, when it was purchased, it was a 2-bedroom. So, and then where we used to live before was a 3-bedroom. It was original 3-bedroom. So
go ahead.
Yeah, so I was saying that at some point in time we had like a lot of car theft and like in the morning, like at about a particular time, like between like 10 and 11 o'clock. The streets kind of lonely, so like if somebody have to reach work 12 o'clock and they leave out by 10:30 or whatever, the possibility of them being robbed, it was very high. But what has happened now is that we have a lot of cameras on the roads now. Yes. So that it's not the first time I heard about a theft was of a vehicle was about 2 weeks ago, and this is in months. So, because especially on Colbeck Avenue, what happened is that most of the homeowners, they came together, they have a little association. So Junior, you see the association still going on, but at a different level.
And for different reasons.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I was going to ask about
they have their little association, so they have cameras on their road. Colbeck has cameras on their road, which I benefit from because I live right on the corner. So,
Michelle, I listen to what you're saying and you're analyzing the situation, and I'm wondering if the cops don't do the same thing. Because even these spates of robberies during certain time of the morning and at night, all you need to do if you really want to put an end to it is to set a bait. And God bless that one that you catch. Because I think these cops today are a joke. Back in the day, They would have catch one and beat bad mind all time and use that catch the rest. It's like these cops nowadays. They are so
police
scared.
brutality? You mean police
Yeah, that
brutality?
can't no,
No,
Phil.
man, that's it. Listen, Jamaica society calls for different policing. You cannot compare
Human
Jamaica.
rights, Phil. Human rights. Don't talk about that.
Jelly, you
No,
mustn't think of America when police are running down and the
No,
police
me
are
not,
freeze.
me not disagree enough, Phil. I'm not disagree, but as long as we take money from America,
climate.
listen, as long as we taking money from America, we have to listen to what them say. Human rights. If I take IMF money and all that thing, we have to go independent like El Salvador. And the man just say,
I hear so no own IMF now.
oh, Jamaica?
No, we don't. No, we don't own it yet.
But you have people up in there.
Yes,
We have network. We have network. No, we have high network.
Yes. Hi.
The linkage is strong.
Yeah.
Very strong.
The money, IMF money can run free and all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Green or the red, of course.
But let me ask you a question, Denise. How come you never became a Ras?
Oh, how come I never become a rat? Because I don't think my sister was a real Ras either. And I was in the Ras area. I was just watching. I was a kid. I was just seeing it. I was just seeing it in the Ras era. When my sister was 17, 18, 19, I was 13 years young. I was a kid. So I was just seeing what was happening around. It was like a fad, actually.
For some people.
For some people, and for some people, it lives on.
Yeah, man, for some people, it's a foundation.
Of course. And even for those who thought it was a fad, they can't lose that foundation. You can't unknow what you know at that time, right?
No, right.
So it's still
embrace it then,
still exactly. No, you want me to go and look up my tribe again, so because I forget.
So your sister
still embrace Rasta?
Rastafarianism?
Yeah, not necessarily. Yeah, go ahead, Denise. Sorry.
Why not?
Yeah. I saw me see it though. I don't think.
I don't. Why not?
But I'm on the answer last week, Paul. I'm on Mikey Ingram. I asked him a question and I said, well, Ras from the because the consciousness to me, with the Rastafarian, it coincides with black consciousness in the late 60s and early 70s, which is a sister.
Coincide with many things.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can't go into the religion now, but you know how people live their life.
Yeah.
And the man-made situation. Yeah. So that's another podcast if we want to.
No, definitely. I plan to getting deep into that because Pembroke Hall had a disproportionate amount of Rastafarian in the late 60s, early 70s.
Oh, for sure.
Big. I talked
it was a hub.
Yeah.
It was a hub.
It was. And I don't know if your brother remember. Your brother must remember Cochise. Him and Bert was a good friend.
Yes, and Bertie lived in front of us.
Yeah, man. Courtney Monroe. He used to live around Kane Current. And him come upon the podcast and him say, Lance, when Pembroke Hall man I got 12 tribe meeting in the 70s.
Oh, yes.
Over 300 man from Pembroke Hall and woman ago.
Yes.
So Pembroke Hall is a big representation. So, in a sense, we can't talk about the issue of Pembroke Hall or Pembroke Hall members. It's out.
Oh, definitely not.
Going into that consciousness movement.
Yeah, but Lance, that Rastafarian faith was a strong movement in a Pembroke Hall, you know.
Yeah, man, right. That's what I feel. Right.
So
Lance,
very influential. How come you ask me why I never embraced it? You know, the question would be to ask my brother because he was just a few years old. He was in that era, but he didn't. It was my sister who did.
No, when you come on, we ain't get him for come on, but definitely I ask him that because I'm curious why.
So exactly. So he didn't, but she did. No, that was through the influence of her then husband, who was the original. He was in that group. No, of interest. That then husband also went to Calabar with my brother.
Yeah. I think I've been on the Calabar list.
Yes.
No, I live at Pembroke Hall, but maybe man, I think
he lived on Waltham Park.
Waltham Park Road, yeah.
Was playing ball down a 40 bus stop. Yeah. So it's an interesting situation.
No, man.
I mean,
are they still Rastafarians, Denise?
Yes, definitely. Not my sister. But the men are.
Oh, okay.
The men definitely are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a consciousness thing. The man them take it seriously. And a lot of women, yeah, them still, yeah.
And the women are going to church and the men are still Rastafarian.
Yeah. And as you talk about that church, Denise, sorry,
Yeah.
Michelle, it's a Pembroke Hall question again. The church membership in Jamaica now, because I talk about youth club and youth thing. None of that exists in Jamaica, in a Pembroke Hall now?
The church is still there. It still operates. The membership is has decreased because with migration and persons moving to other parts of the island, or deciding to go to other churches and stuff like that. So it's not like when I myself and Denise and Charmaine used to go,
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore, because now you have most persons, even for myself, I haven't been there in a while because I have been going, sometimes I go to a different church. It's just a, what you would call it again, a church, a non-denominational church.
Non-denominational.
Yeah, right.
So the thing is, Michelle, the migration and all of that for me is not the answer, because even here in Canada, I mean, the churches are traditional churches. There is nobody there. They're selling them off, the buildings.
Man, it's a worldwide
because they're empty.
Yeah.
They're empty.
It's a worldwide thing. It's a worldwide
phenomenon. The place empty.
People have lost their faith, and I think that's a part of the problem. People, the faith.
Or they have
I think a lot of people do online church now too.
No, but I don't believe it's a loss of faith.
It's just a different interpretation of worshiping.
Yes.
Might more diversified. That may be true.
I think what happened through
The
COVID.
structure and define spirituality.
Right. Versus religion.
Exactly.
Right.
Because I think through COVID and the staying home thing, people have realized that, why do I really need to go to church?
That church is not a building.
No,
church is a building when I can reach God anywhere that I feel like.
Yeah, man.
But mind you, the church people start tell you about where 2 or 3 are gathered and all. I tell you, there's a
but that's exactly what them sell.
There's a debate there that you have to fellowship.
Yes,
it's not true. No, don't make me say anything about it, because I'm not the one to say, but I know the sides of the story very well. It's just people evolve into a new consciousness, I suppose. And spiritual, with exposure, the internet also has exposed people to many things that, back in the day when we were going, Michelle, we just had a hymn book, and that is what we knew as our doctrine. And then suddenly our eyes opened to a world of other things outside of the man-made doctrine.
I think that has a big difference. There's no monopoly on information.
No.
When I forgot church, exactly.
Exactly. And then you have that unifocus on that doctrine in that catechism. That's finished with.
Yeah, man, it's a decentralization of information where...
And the church, so that has affected.
Because just like you, Denise, I have a special view, but as a special view, I have a view about the church. I don't want licking at it too much, but it's like there's a control mechanism for me, for control a whole heap of people. And
Well, we should come back and talk about that because that's how it started.
Yeah, man, exactly. Me just think that people we have evolved, and the thing is, there's no short information these days, The only problem now is that we don't know which information is true, yes or no, and that's a separate challenge. That's a separate challenge.
But Lance, you said something a while ago, You said something a while ago where make the rest of them fire up against the church, the controlling aspect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, man, I agree with that, Jonah. And they say,
I
am I don't like the controlling thing, no matter how, The moment you try to control me, I have a problem, People must be
not
free.
Just church.
And it's not just church. Right, Denise.
Any organized institution have some kind of objective that has to do with control for some reason or another. So.
And a matter of fact, Denise, is more than that. In a relationship, if you're going to deal with control, forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. If you're going to try to control me, just forget that. Or if you try to control somebody, that's at all, man. You come to the table as independent person and you decide, say, I go work together. And we're not quite there yet, Because Because a lot of people still think that they want somebody to tell them what to do. It's a process. What we have to make up your mind where you want to do for yourself. So yeah.
Yeah, and everybody is on a different spot in them journey. Some are toddlers and some are teenagers and some have evolved into maturity.
Yeah, man,
and so when they're toddlers, they yearn for somebody to tell them what to do until them figure out, say, but you don't need to tell me what to do.
No. It's a process. And
very interesting. A worldwide phenomenon where something really interesting is where the happiest places on earth, they're very anti-religious places.
Yeah.
Scandinavian countries have no interest in churches and the institution.
Yeah.
And they're known to be, so lots of research has gone into it. But I will just say that everybody should have their own personal relationship with whoever they want.
Well, yeah, man, that's what we see today. That's why
personal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But let me ask you a question now, because I'm going to bring this up back to me now. We have not spoken about this in all the Pembroke Hall members podcast. I'm going to start with you first, Charmaine. What do you remember about Gilbert?
Oh, geez.
One of the best times.
I was really personally looking forward to Gilbert. I remember I was excited. This would have been my first hurricane. So I was really looking forward to it. And then I remember, like, once Gilbert started and the winds, and I mean, it was nothing that I could have imagined. Like, in my mind, what I thought a hurricane was, it was far scarier. And so it got real serious. And I remember we lost power and we didn't have any water. So I didn't even think about that aspect. So I was like, wow, this is really impacting my life, right? And, but, you know, outside of like the physical impact, Gilbert actually brought a lot of us together, you know, peers in the community, because then we didn't have any power. We weren't going to school. And I remember we would gather, I think a lot of people came to our house and we would play dominoes and all kinds of games. And it just became like this real community, like a Gilbert community, right?
Yep.
And we just grew so much closer during that time. Yes. So that was my memory.
Whoever find ice, I can share it.
And the king.
And whoever have a Delco, if you ever have a Delco.
And Delco, we have to tell people what Delco is. Because Jamaica don't know it's the name thing.
Okay, so a Delco is the same vein as Q-Tex. It is the brand name of a generator. Yes, but that brand name is what sticks with us. Like Q-Tex or Q-Tips. It's just a Delco.
Yeah, man. That's like I'm going to supermarket then. I forget how I asked the brother for. And he looked at me and said, well, it's a Jamaican name. I forget it what it was.
Exactly, the brand. So, I remember that during Gilbert, I fell through my roof because let me see if everybody know what gypsum is now.
Yes.
You can't live in Pembroke Hall and don't know what gypsum is.
Right, so I didn't know that gypsum is breakable. So the roof part had come off and I was up there and I pushed my foot through, but it got through the gypsum. So it was a man from next door that rescued me.
Oh, so your roof blew off.
So what you was doing on the roof then?
Yeah, part of the roof, like one side, the zinc come off. So I was up there with the man next door who was fixing it. I wanted to see what was going on. And I put my foot through the gypsum. I didn't know that gypsum wasn't stable.
It wasn't solid.
No, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's chalk. I just realized that because now we can't use gypsum right on the sidewalk.
Yeah. And the ceiling. And for young Jamaicans who are here, the Yankee them, gypsum are ceiling at the house.
Well, we need our own dictionary to translate.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, as usual. We're calling something by the brand name.
Exactly.
Because gypsum is actually the brand name.
Well, if you want to talk about chalk and plaster Paris and gypsum again, then we can talk about the animal farm that everybody had in their house. On their
on the what not?
Oh yes, I remember that.
If you want to talk about gypsum,
the fowl and the dog,
the big dog.
Whatever you trying to call it. What do you call them thing there again?
Rooster.
Figurine.
Yes, Phil. Yeah.
Figurine.
If you want to go to those plaster Paris, you get your figurine.
Yeah,
but
man.
it's an entire farmhouse
Yeah.
that you had to dust every day when you come home from school.
Yes.
Yeah.
My job was the dusting, so I
Oh,
know that very well.
Yeah,
well,
man.
well, I will expose myself because I used to get quite a bit for this. I was a duster rounder because I couldn't take up so much animals.
You didn't move anything.
No,
Oh
and I
my
get in
God.
trouble for it every day. Like you
Wow.
take up the crusher thing and dust. No, I was a dust around, man. Like seriously, how much dog me have to take up? Chicken,
Too much to handle.
rooster. Every animal is there, and I'm just a dust.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
a around them, man.
So,
Seriously.
so Michelle, what was your experience like for Gilbert?
It was scary. I remember my aunt who lived in England came to visit Jamaica for the first time, and I swear she carried a hurricane. So, and I remember when it started, and then one section of the roof at the front of the house started to lift, and all of us had to move out of the bedroom into where the dining room area was, that first part. And then my father and my brother and some other persons. The one thing I can tell you about Pembroke Hall, because I've experienced 3 hurricanes here in Pembroke Hall, and it's like it just, as Charmaine said, it just brings the community together, because by the time the roof lifts, about 50 people up on the roof nailing it back down.
Wow.
You don't know where these people come from. And when I remember when it was just me and my boys, I can't remember if it was Ivan or one of those hurricanes, and it was the 3 of us here, and then the lights went, and then there was a section of the roof at the back of the house that started to lift, and by the time it lifted, I only heard some footsteps on the roof and people kneeling down. I don't know where they came from. I don't know where so it was scary, but at least it brought the community together.
Yeah.
It brought the community together, and I remember also, with electricity being out, we still went to our
group meeting.
Friday evening meetings.
Oh.
And in the darkness with the flashlights.
Right?
Yes.
That was the best part.
That was, yes. I don't know if you remember Denise or Charmaine, or as I said, my aunt was here, so my cousin was here as well, and I'd introduced her to you guys. And
I remember.
Yes, it's coming back to me too.
Yes.
I remember.
So I remember one day, because the Lawrences, they were the only, I believe at the time, we knew Neri and all of those people.
Yeah.
So we had gone up to Neri's house, and Mrs. Lawrence said she wanted something at the supermarket, and the supermarket that was open at the time was Sunrise Supermarket.
Yeah,
it's not there anymore. And when we went in there and saw the bag juice, the ice bag juice.
Yes.
Oh, Lord,
my
it was
goodness.
like Christmas came.
I know.
Yo.
Wow.
Nice, So, I mean, that was a good experience, with friends and family,
Yes.
But the hurricane itself was very, very scary. It was our first.
And for the non-Jamaican, Michelle, explain to them what a bag roast, please.
It's juice in a bag.
Syrup and water.
Syrup and water.
That's been frozen.
Yes, Junior, But June Gilbert, that was like a lifesaver to Rati. They get something.
It was.
Yeah. But more I hear Junior and Phil and Paul experience it from what I remember about Gilbert. Junior, you go first.
Well, I remember Gilbert, and the reason why I remember this so vividly, I remember me and Kurt. This is Kurt Ennie. That's Paul, older brother, Philip, younger brother. Me and Kurt decided for go walk. Pembroke Hall.
Yeah.
And then we'll go down on Quebec, and as we reach down at the bus terminus, a man shout out and say, only idiot I go. So we walk, I look on the disaster. I'm saying, oh, no better go on a run, go on the yard at the eye of the storm, you know.
Right.
Yes.
And so said, so done. As soon as me and Kurt kiss my teeth and we are walking down, we see the rain come down, and we say, we better follow the man. I know, and go back our yard.
Right.
That's the
And
first time we knew about I.
Yes.
First time I knew about eye of the storm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quiet. Because we thought the storm done. But it was a disaster, but definitely bring the community together. We were still holding youth group meeting because everybody want to come out of their house.
Yeah, man.
Right.
With flashlight. We used to go down at Mikey house and play domino and thing after
And
youth
Mr.
group
Linton.
meeting.
You remember Mr. Linton Jr.?
Yeah, man.
When Mr.
Yeah, man.
Linton would have kicked you out of the place, eh?
With a kick out of a place.
Oh, my goodness.
But that was the time we get in enough trouble in our Gilbert, because we were walking on the street night and about.
Yeah.
And
I
it
remember
was
there
so
was a
interesting.
curfew. There was a curfew, remember?
There was a curfew, but it's so interesting. You never hear about nobody are breaking in nobody else.
No.
You never hear about nobody get robbed, even though people are walk street late at night. And I never felt unsafe walking around after Gilbert late. I come home. Never.
True. That is true.
That's I worry about the quality of the people who live at Pembroke Hall.
We never have. We
never have that.
I worry about thief and everything.
So what you remember at Gilbert, Paul?
Well, I remember two spectrum of Gilbert because the Saturday before Gilbert was Manning Cup parade. So we did have Manning Cup parade Sabina Park.
Yeah.
And then them say Gilbert come the Monday and Manning Cup get cancelled. Gilbert cancel Manning Cup. And then in terms of the other end of Gilbert is, remember say, we're not on a light for how long. But one thing remember now is when the light come back, you could have hear the whole Pembroke Hall say, light! When light come back, because I think it was December before we got back light.
It's about 3-4 months back. Yeah, it's about, you're right.
December we get back light. So it's like a darkness within for what, probably 3 months. 4 months. And I mean, I tell you, when light come back, the whole Pembroke
like a Christmas, like I think you come back just before Christmas. Yes,
Pembroke Hall, you say light. ice come back, ice water.
Yeah.
Imagine that situation to happen now.
A Pembroke Hall?
Yeah.
That's interesting, Phil. So what you remember at Gilbert, Phil? I'm going to tell you mine after this.
Actually, a whole heap of me because it's like the man them I said, when the rain started, it was all hell broke loose. Remember, me with my eyes, our verandas ring fly up, and we go to the gate, we say, Mudman Joseph. That's a thing that brother.
Brother Joseph, yeah.
Yeah. Film roof, half, because you know the house them was like a V, the roof is a V, so I think I was the side to Mr. Garrick. The whole of that was lick off one time, and the man just come, you can see the man run out and said, yeah, Rastafari. Yeah, see, when the rain start come down, me remember we did have a fridge, an old fridge in the back of the other, we put buckle in there for give the buckle man pan sat there.
Yeah.
Me remember this. I totally remember
so the man
this.
used to say, yo, remember the rain come down in a brother man and the whole yard full of water. And you can see the fridge in the water. It's like how we used to watch, make those stick race with the matches them, the comet matches, stick them.
Yeah.
When rain down on the water and the curb. I saw me see the fridge just turn, come on from the back, and I come down the driveway and bust the gate. You know, it's part of the fridge I got park up. Right when I'm faster, the car and Covey.
Covey there, yeah.
Really? Yeah,
I
remember
used to,
that.
The lady used to sell produce.
Yeah.
I say, yo, Gilbert was crazy. The only good thing we don't lose water for one day. That's it.
Yeah, that was a beautiful Pembroke Hall. We never have no water
Well,
problem.
we never ever really had water problem. Light problem, yeah, but water problem we never have.
And Denise, as Philip said that, how is the water situation at Pembroke Hall now?
Well, for the last, I think probably about 3-4 years, we have been having water lockoffs when the dams are below capacity.
Mm-hmm.
But it has, for this year, it's not so bad because it has been raining basically every day.
Okay.
So it's not that bad. But what I find is that a lot of persons now in Pembroke Hall have tanks. Because of
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
When me that grow, me always hear say we get our water from the real core break, so we don't have a problem with Hermitage
They
Dam
switched
or
it.
Mona Reservoir. Yeah. That's interesting. You know, I have no water problem to Gilbert. But my memory of Gilbert was, in a sense, the lack of ice was the main thing. You can't get some ice water, and then you get used to the bully beef. Bully beef with a full up of structure. That's
yes, because of Gilbert, I stopped eating corned beef.
Really?
My bigger sister did that work at Grace.
Yeah.
And because of that, we Grace gave her cases of mackerel and corned beef. But that visit was tired it like, whoa.
Yeah, because we don't want ice. We don't want a cold, we don't want a food for frozen, so bully beef was the staple.
That Jelly, usually when storm I just can food them you deal with it.
Yeah, but we would have liked
Yeah.
It was and then
I consume that and we just start like crazy.
Where I realized though, I lived through a hurricane. Well, 1 year in Florida since I live there. 3 hurricanes come through in 1 year. In 1 month, 3 hurricanes come through Orlando. I said, I go through Gilbert. I say, and then realize how far different from Jamaica. I live a foreign for a while, and all I will live a foreign that can attest to this. You have AC in your house. When you have light and have AC, you die. Especially in Florida here. I don't know if Denise in Canada and Charmaine and Junior in the cold part, if it make a difference. But when you live in Florida and you have light, trust me, I don't like Jamaica is whether you sweet at all, Junior.
The difference here is when we have an ice storm.
And not have the light.
Right. And you have no heat.
You're not frozen. You're not frozen to death. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that far
well, as I always tell you, old lady, human being, anyone with intellect, not for live in Canada. Animal country them there. Them country there for animal. They tell a man all the while, they can't pay me for live there, and if I do something for go for some of their farm, must be a Jamaica.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man, too cool,
but
brother.
The non-climate change is in play now, so.
Yes, today was actually, I'm actually in Canada right now, and it was warm today.
It's warm here.
It's warm today. So
it's warm still, Denise.
Although they say the climate change is not real, but you can come Canada now, man. Nobody now call you food.
No, man, Canada's still cool.
It was actually warmer in Canada than in New Jersey.
Yeah,
right.
I hear that to Phil. I hear that. I talk to a cousin.
Listen, I try promote.
I pay trade for come up there.
You can come now.
You can come now. Live Alaska. You know that them pay people for come live Alaska, you know.
Yeah, the cold far more dangerous, Phil. I agree with you. When we come up far now,
listen, number one, me never born with no clothes for me. And me no love wear woolly pack clothes. So them the place there.
But you
know, the thing me not supposed to live there says bear, wolf, animal territory that.
Phil, you shouldn't run off your mouth to see them in a cold jersey to right. You don't know what I say.
Well, Phil,
Phil,
at least we're not eating any cats over here.
Right?
Wow, man, you know you listen to me. You know you're one of them, you know. That's why your lands are get along so well. Ignorance are bound. Listen, it's there for them to talk about Calabar. You notice, Michelle, whether them at KC and JC, them go. It's few of them made them in a Pembroke Hall through years
tell me, Denise.
And have the necessary intellect to know good education from mediocre education.
I'm just saying, we don't have any wolf and all that.
Real Jamaican don't like cat soup.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
not
Don't
at
you
all.
never complain when the Chinaman are selling it.
No, we don't
But
know. We don't know how we are get.
we don't know if it tastes nice. It
Yeah,
tastes
yeah,
nice.
exactly. We don't know
You
how we
see?
are get.
You
Exactly.
see? So you got different arguments. No,
Oh
man.
my Lord, the
So,
world is very funny
ladies,
these
believe it or
days.
not, we're there for almost 2 hours, as Junior told you
Wow.
earlier. So we'll just go around the table now, and then I'm going to ask him the question first. Is there anything, when you think, when we leave out, any memory when you want to bring up, or me never bring up at all? And you go first, Charmaine. Anything where you want to remember, what I never bring up? You go first.
Oh, let me see. I mean, we basically talked about, everything that impacted my childhood. I think what was memorable for me was the community. So I think that was most important for me. And that was kind of like indelible. So, yeah, when I think about Pembroke Hall memories, I think about, my friends, and the community and, just the camaraderie that we had. So that was I think that's the most important part of my experience in Pembroke Hall.
Well, Charmaine, I representing a someone like I think on the girl, that's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Charmaine, don't take me serious. I'm for trouble a little bit. Yeah. Denise, anything I think I could have asked you, any memory you want to bring up? What didn't bring up
I
at all?
think, like Charmaine said, it's the kind of life I would wish for anybody. It was, I would say, the best of times for me. My memory as a child, I have to thank our parents and all, and the community that my memory of my childhood, I have to be grateful for it because
It's dear to your heart.
yes, for sure. And I don't have any memory of my childhood that I'm irking about or have to sit on a couch about today, from Pembroke Hall. And I have to just be grateful for that.
Yeah,
and sorry, Denise. You just brought up something important because I've been listening to some of these podcasts, and thank you so much, Lance, for actually
Lance and Philip
for implementing this. But and I'm sharing some of these episodes with my son. Like he's very much interested in Jamaica, and so. Like I'm telling about, as I listen to the experience of the people who were before me, like who grew up in the 60s, I'm now able to share some of those experiences with him, as well as kind of share with him some of my experiences. So I think it's like so important to let him know, this generation know like what life could be like,
Yeah.
I don't cut you guys, but just say based on that argument, Charmaine and Denise, let me ask you two of this as outsiders. Michelle is still there. Could any one of you see yourself going back to Jamaica to live?
I do. Sorry.
Charmaine, I am not sure. I have experienced outside of my childhood some things that were pretty scary, and I don't know if it's the news or not. I mean, I celebrate 2 birthdays. One of my birthdays is a day when I thought my life was saved from being held up at gunpoint
in Jamaica.
On Wickham Avenue on July 7th. Just still don't know why I'm still here because I should have been in the trunk of that car that they took from me, but.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah,
when the song, Denise? When the song?
1997.
Wow, long time ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we come Avenue again. Remember, we come Avenue again.
I think that's near Barbican.
Yeah.
Right. Whitcomb.
Whitcomb, exactly.
It's Whitcomb, a rich neighborhood.
Right.
Pretty much.
Upscale neighborhood, so you kind of shop.
Yeah. It's like the it's like the uptown of Pembroke.
So some of those things I can't see, and I mean, although I share with my son also, like you, Charmaine, and he enjoys the stories, and I can only tell him happiness. I don't know if it is something that I would be able to bring back and repeat. I don't think it's a rinse and repeat. I think that train left the station some time ago.
Right.
And Charmaine, you were saying for Philip question before Michelle.
No, I mean, I don't think I agree with Denise. Like, my son will never have that experience in Jamaica as I did. He's creating his own, own new experiences in his community. But I think, as Philip asked if I would go to Jamaica, and I think I could. I think I'm very much interested in like the farming type of lifestyle right now. And Jamaica attracts me in that perspective, like in terms of like, having a, like a little garden and farming and, eating off the land. I'm very much in that lifestyle. So I think Jamaica could be a place where I could see myself, at least living for an extended period of time. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say I don't know forever, but at least
similar to that woman on YouTube.
Huh?
I think you see yourself similar to that woman on YouTube, that Jamaican woman that went back home and she farm, and like she have these little cottages that she do Airbnb, and she provide all the food for the people.
Okay, I'm not familiar with her, but yeah.
That's a good question.
Just to have nature, I think nature is very important to me. The sun and the green is very important to me.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to tell you my 2 cents on it before I go to Michelle, if any question. My view is, this is my personal view, it's like, until Jamaica feel, I got to clean up the crime a certain way where I don't have to look over my shoulder. That's the main thing to me. It's like, and when me go down, not like say, I don't know the area enough, but it can't happen any time, like it happened to you, Denise. It can't happen. No matter where you go, and that a day, I'm going to tell you, so I live a foreign and this and that happen. But that's for 20 years, I've never experienced certain things yet.
Right.
You follow me? I said to you, I never experienced certain. Maybe I live in I'm lucky and all of that, but I tell you, say, people go down there and experience certain things, man, and I know up the certain things. And Phil and I know. Because we have the bus on the road and Phil will come on the bus with me, and we see man get killed off on the bus.
Wow.
You see me? I said to you, well, me never did the night. Philip did the night.
Man get killed in a truck.
Yeah, right. And that's a long before full the time.
And what that more than one situation.
Yeah. But it's not even that so much, it's like, it just feels so, it's the unsafety, as the word June had used before, like, yes, I'm not so certain. I'm not right to have nothing, Phil.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, it's all about your personality, because...
you can tolerate. I tolerance them, Phil, yes.
Yeah, because at the end, it's like, what you say is true, but it's like, a man will tell us say you can do your son, and then at the richest neighborhood, and a man, a crazy man that's come inside there and shoot up the place.
Yeah, man.
And I like them do that rob, you just man around here.
Yeah, but apart from that, to me, the biggest drawback for me at Jamaica is, apart from the AC, where it's so expensive.
Your issue where you bring forth still, that's one of the things with most Jamaicans who fearful.
Yeah, man,
them afraid of the crime. A lot of elders tell me, say, if I never for crime, them gone back.
Yeah, man, that's true.
Right, yeah. But I think that's for foremost on everyone's mind. Yeah.
And that's why I think Andrew Owners has failed, because him say, I'm going to hold him MP, them accountable, and always strong has been nothing but nothing short of a disgrace.
So you're not sleeping with your door open?
No.
Oh, Michelle?
No. I thought somebody said you could do that.
No, man.
No, you can't sleep with your window. We know what you're talking about. But even we used to sleep with window open. You do that now, the man them put sleeping gas in and the scutters.
When we go to Jamaica, Phil, because the place so hot, when we see a Patrick City, the grill there, but the door and the window for open now, I can't deal with the heat. I tell you, say. But to me, more anything else, I remember Michelle
you're fully Americanized, Jenny.
Yeah, man, that's a part. But more anything else.
Jamaica, you don't have no Jamaican bone left in
more than anything else to me, it's a personal thing. And this is before me become a foreign. I become a foreign 2001, early. I'm not going to use the word all the way we understand. At the red eye, we can't take a Jamaica. I know some have to interpret that for them, but for the people I listen to non-Jamaican and the Yankee, ready, I mean, the grudgefulness and people just look on your things and say, boy, I'm thinking better than them.
Yeah.
That is a big, and to me, when you land at the airport, Phil, you feel it right away with the custom after when they look on you. Phil, you never come off of the plane, you know.
A serious thing that, Lance. A serious thing.
But you don't lie, me I tell.
It's true. It's true.
No,
it's
man, a
not,
serious
it's
thing,
true.
man.
It's true.
You agree with me, Michelle, and you live there. You agree with me?
And no, I agree with you 100%.
100%.
Some of the time I have to wonder, like, what do you after for me? You sleep last night,
Right.
pardon my language. But you know, that is how I feel. I mean, I am a Jamaican coming back home, and I feel like that much less somebody else. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, but you see, the problem is, the problem to me in Jamaica, is like, me and Lance talk about this already. I don't think this younger generation, and I strongly believe it, is as educated as our generation. Because to me right now, Jamaica feels miserably where education is concerned.
But Phil, sorry for disagree with you.
Lance, it's lack of intelligence. Listen, yeah, it's like how you see most of the young people, them do a survey, and I told you about it. 35 and under, and 95% of them would have sell out Jamaica to the US.
No,
you know why?
no.
They all want to come here because they think this place
But
is
Phil,
a paradise.
me not disagree with that, no, Phil. But me I say, readiness and growthfulness and bad nine and not to do with education. Sorry.
All right. Jerry, that, you know what happened to you?
Yeah.
You was deprived of a good education by a way of Meadowbrook High School. I'm going to say one thing and then the person
All right.
for the rest.
And my opinion.
Yes, listen
all
to
right.
me. You see, everything in life requires a degree of intellect.
All
You
right.
remember Philip
I'm
Anthony
very now
indicated
that.
that.
All right. Michelle, any question at all, we not take him on. That's how we talk every time we come on this. He might be active.
Yeah, we can't take
Yeah,
on
Jenny,
Jenny.
your school don't start to begin to be a school.
No,
Yeah, your argument reserved for the Calabar man.
we're not going
Can't come
there.
to Casey and JC.
Outside the after, may I leave
No,
my ball outside the after.
but Philip, you
Lance,
can't
Lance,
say
take
that.
charge of the meeting, Lance. Take charge of the podcast,
Yeah.
Lance.
We're not making get to your part. Make him go on. Michelle, any
Yes.
question you think I could have asked, we could have bring up any member from Pembroke Hall you think we leave out?
Well, I was just thinking about in terms of the community, the shops in the community. You had Mr. Lindsay. I don't know if Charmaine and Denise, you don't remember Mr. Lindsay?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. 100.
And Mr. Muncie?
Mr. Runcie.
Mr. Runcie.
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 And Mr.
We're the one by
Ainsworth.
Ainsworth.
Gardner.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Miss Mac shop up at top.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
Yeah. And then we have the one
from
from Covia, right on the corner, Covia and Carlbeck.
Yes.
Oh, that was Miss Foster.
No, there was one
Miss
in front of Miss
Foster.
Foster too.
Really?
I think that Miss Foster you talk about Junior.
Miss Foster used to sell.
Charmaine, you
Yeah,
remind me
brown
this
provision.
week about her.
Is
Miss
Foster was
Foster,
her?
yes, Miss Foster.
Miss Foster?
What was
Didn't
her
she have
first
a
name?
grandson?
Ground provision. Ground provision.
Don't
Yes,
provision, yeah.
Charmaine, you know who you're talking about, and him used to sell like peanut and
That's Paddy Fletcher, grandmother.
Paddy, yeah,
Paddy
Paddy.
Fletcher, man. I want that one. I want
Paddy Fletcher.
Paddy.
Yes.
Man, you have
that's
to
it,
Kurt. A
that's
Kurt
it.
and Dean. Him and Kurt and Dean used to par.
Yeah, man. And I let you know from the car that was St.
I
Elizabeth. man.
I think somebody did tell me say I'm live at Westmoreland now and Negro. Somewhere
Yeah,
up on the
because
way.
he used to be doing like Skellion and Westmoreland things, like West End
Yeah,
things,
man.
peanuts and all
But
that.
this gardener is produce. When mommy want yam, dashing, torture. You know
Yeah,
what
that was
torture is?
there.
Another legend that figure. They
But-
call him name to write it. Paddy Fletcher.
Paddy Fletcher.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
you know they talk about Peter, about Peter and Paul.
Yeah.
Yes.
Miss Baker, you know, say, that remind me of when, I don't know if you remember Dave, and the mother used to drive Johnny bus. I live beside Mr. Willis, stand in front of Keane Current. The man them go up a Super D one Sunday, up a thing there, Reddles Road, Tuesday night. Wait the name again, but Crystal used to play up there every Tuesday night.
The club?
Up at Reddles Road, Crystal Man Disco, I'm on a Doreen Avenue in a Three Oaks.
Yeah.
Right near Marble with all. The man, I used to go up there every night. So when him thief out him father, Cressida, and carry him and the man them go up there.
Yeah.
When it's done, if I come down Hillview Terrace behind the Purity.
To somebody's house.
Purity. And when he reach at the T intersection, he approach it so far. So Dave said to him, Peter, you know, stop. And Peter just look for him and smile. Straight and crashing at the people.
Somebody house,
They run through the brick wall and run in at the house, crashing at the bedroom of the some Chinese people, Chinese couple.
Wow.
I remember that.
I remember that.
A legend them better feel, trust me. But Michelle,
man, our Pembroke Hall is that it's an unbelievable community in more ways than one.
But Michelle, you talk about the shop. You never know what's this shop. It have a shop right in front of the football field at Pembroke Hall, not in front of the community center. I don't think Charmaine and
right next to God of them.
Yeah, that shop that is gone after a while, Junior.
Yeah, I know the one there.
You know that shop there?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Denise, supposed to know the shop. You know the shop, Michelle?
Yeah, what him name? Sis? What?
Sis was the name.
Yeah.
Sis, yeah.
It's still there.
It's a shop there still?
Yeah.
But to come back,
but I don't know if it's the same
I remember that
family or something.
Maybe
like
that different family, Michelle,
yeah.
Because
it's right beside the daycare center.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Daycare is still there?
The daycare is still there.
Wow. A lot of people go through that daycare.
Yeah.
Wow. The community center is there.
Yeah.
The right at the roundabout where the 40 bus, which is now 30, but the 30 bus doesn't terminate there anymore. It terminates at Chancery Street up on Red Hills Road.
Right. That's the time when that was 13 bus or 43 bus.
No, the 13 was Mullines Road.
So hold on. Where said Denise? The bus come to Pembroke Hall and then go up on Meadowbrook?
Yeah, not Meadowbrook, but to Chancery
Street.
Yeah,
man, that's a price right there.
We're purity.
Price right.
So Michelle is not 13 bus go up there anymore.
No, man, it's 30.
It's a separate bus. What you say is a separate route. When they extend the route, then
they extended the route up there.
Why that's the work good for me in my days, Phil. If a 40 bus, I go up price right there. So you know what time I have to walk from Pembroke Hall to come here, no bus. No bus someone do that for me. But before me ask Paul and Phil and Junior, I'm going to tell you my view on Pembroke Hall. Michelle, unless you have anything else you want to add apart from the shops.
No, the only other thing came to mind, I remember there was he was a fairly young person. They call him Sporty, but he wasn't so...
Yeah, man,
it was him head. Yeah, man.
Sporty. A
little bit off.
Not a little bit off. Sport was our original.
Yes, Sporty was our original.
The political correct word that I use, I know. Help me with that. I don't want to say...
Mentally challenged.
Mentally challenged. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, Sporty. Michelle, how you remember Sporty?
I don't know. He just popped up in my head.
Yeah, man.
But not like Blackheart, man, though.
Oh, no. That's a different thing. The food.
That was my piece. So me that add in.
The Blackheart, man.
Yeah, the Blackheart, man.
Okay, and who used to sell fish? Them used to sell tiki fish. Another person.
I saw that again.
No, they used to sell it at the back gate near going over to Marvel. Tiki. He used to sell fish in a bag.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I don't remember the name, but I know who you're talking.
And then also behind the school was Paper Factory. That was another place that I just adore. Go over to Paper Factory and just get waste paper to staple up and draw and write on Paper Factory.
Well, it's now.
That said man, they usually sell coolie plum too.
Oh, it's true. Yes.
Go over trucks, Paul.
No, man, they said him usually stand up at the back school gate. Pembroke Hall back school gate.
I got you.
Yes.
I sell coolie plum in the milk crate.
And another person too.
Granny.
That used to sell at the school gate. What she call Granny? You remember?
Granny. She used to sell stew tamarind and
stew tamarind. Yes.
Yeah.
Stew Jew plum.
So hold on, let me ask you, nobody never buying a tadpole and thinks they're fish.
Not tiki fish. Tiki fish.
Yeah,
no. And by the time you reach home with a bag of hot water, they know the fish dead.
Yeah, we used to go buy a fish. I go buy a proper fish down a Prince and a Alaska.
Yes, exactly.
The Blackheart man story still, and that would I like to inject. Cause I tell you, when you're in a Pembroke Hall primary, and them sound the alarm, say the Blackheart man I walk through, every classroom turn upside down.
Oh, God.
And the irony the irony about the whole thing is that after me leave Pembroke Hall Primary now and get older, me and that man became friends.
But who was
Because I
he?
realized,
You did actually know him because to me he's still a
yeah,
Yeah, man, we
he's
didn't know
a
him, man.
fiction
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
no man, he was a Rasta man, a good, kind man. But he was,
Oh,
you know,
yes, it's true. You are so
it was,
correct. You know who you're
and
talking.
them
Called him Black
associate
Heart
him,
Man.
so he's a Rasta man, them associate him with Satan business.
Yeah,
Mm.
Black
I love
Heart
Black
Man.
Heart, man. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I know who you're talking. I know. I remember him.
Yeah, man, him
It's
always in
true.
him standard. And him, may I see him right now, I know him, all him toenail.
Yeah, them did one cut or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, every
No,
day,
no,
man,
no. Did anybody here remember Muslim man up at Chesterville?
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that was the first. Michelle, my nephew Mario, one time him said to my mother, "Grandma, said Jesus will come down the street. This is the time when the first time I see anybody dressed like
Just
that."
like, and I'm white.
And him insist,
Yeah.
and him insist says Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have to tell you a
I
story
haven't
about
seen
me and
him
Marlene
in
with him
years.
too.
Yeah, go
You
on.
remember that man Charmaine though, right? Him used to
Yes,
live up
because
Chesterville.
one time me and Marlene we went for a walk one Sunday, and I think
Yeah.
Marlene had a tube top on,
Mm-hmm.
and he was passed by us, and he's like, "Tell your sister she should wear some clothes."
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. This time we had no idea what Islam or Muslim was, but
Yeah.
he was just an anomaly, like sticking out there.
Yeah, yeah. But Pembroke Hall had everything, man. Everything. So,
Yeah.
so Paul, you have any question for Michelle or Charmaine or Denise? Where you take me the bags?
No, I mean, the only thing what I like to say is, man, this is amazing because when we think about years of friendship,
Yeah.
and we know, so we have a discussion today in 2024, and we're talking about, oh gosh, how much years ago,
50 odd
Mhm.
you
years.
know?
50 odd years.
Again, it come back to what I said initially, Lance, that, you know, out of this podcast, it really created a vibes with, you know, just reliving some moments that is just forever memories in a Pembroke Hall legacy, man.
Oh,
And it really good to hear from you guys. Trust me.
me look on it, Paul, before we come to Junior and Phil, is a lot of way, we get bigger here, the massive people live on different side of the track. I don't know what that means. You either live uptown or you live downtown, right? To me,
Off the
Pembroke Hall was the track. Pembroke Hall was the ultimate middle class or working class community. You never felt out of place.
100%, Lance.
Whether you go
Yeah.
uptown, you feel
Yeah.
comfortable and go by Evandale, or go Immaculate like you, Denise, or St. Andrew
Yeah.
like Michelle and Charmaine. And no matter if you go to school downtown, I mean, I go disparage the school, feel like you say. It no matter.
All the way downtown. But
Exactly.
anyways, I could go on.
You fit in anywhere at all because I come from. That's what Pembroke Hall was the track. That's what I felt about Pembroke Hall. You could have fit anywhere you want to go. I don't think, I mean, can say that maybe half of you come close to it in terms of that community, in terms of that, all them vibe. But me never grew up in half of you, so I don't know. But I talk to some half of you, man, and they have some good vibe over there. So. But half of you was a special community by itself because it was isolated, you know. But yeah. So Junior, any question, anything where you think we could have asked?
No, because well, one of the things what I was going to answer for me was that Pembroke Hall actually built you up a certain way, as you just said, Lance. You could go anywhere out of Pembroke Hall and never feel like you were deprived of anything.
Yeah.
You were
Definitely.
because you were around some educated people. You were around so many different people. You were connected in so many different ways, in so many different religions, that you could hold and have a conversation with anybody.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
right?
Man.
And that's all from our upbringing in Pembroke Hall.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
We could have moved from the
Like,
great. We could have moved from
even
the great.
now,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
even right now, it's impacting us.
Yeah, man.
Think about
Definitely.
that. As Paul was saying about this podcast and how this podcast has raised so many interesting facts of what took place in Pembroke Hall,
Mhm.
right? So
It
I know
it
we
was an
said
immaculate conception.
exactly.
That's a good one.
Yes,
But
Paul. Yeah.
you know, as we talk about the younger people and the younger generation coming through, yeah, things have definitely changed, right? And that's why back then, and this is why back then, the older people for us actually did build a bridge for us,
Yeah,
Oh
man.
if
yeah.
you think about it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's what we ended up getting. We ended up crossing that bridge with a lot of the older folks in our
Yeah,
neighborhood.
man.
And
Yeah.
I don't think that type of neighborhood is even built anymore, if you think about it.
No, and it's not a money thing in a junior, because we live a foreign.
It's not a money thing.
No, we have more access to money. And as I say all the while, me there for 20 years, I mean, I really know my neighbor. You know. A Pembroke, you know everybody on the street.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Everybody on the street. I don't know why street, you know everybody on Della Street, and Della Street, same way. It is a,
Yeah.
it's a different world that they grew up in, man. It was like,
Yeah, the
Totally different.
values and
Lifestyle.
the values were different because you think I could have tell my mother say Miss Spaulding said something to me.
Right. Right.
You're mad. But
exactly.
no children are gonna say, oh, you know, she said, and the parent going to get up into the conversation like, oh, how dare she kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah, I talk to her
Mhm.
family. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're just living in a different world.
Yeah,
Miss
yeah.
Spaulding said something to me, I better just keep that to myself.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I don't have that after the times are, as Paul says, there's an immaculate conception, and that probably won't only happen
Yeah.
once in a lifetime or once in a generation. So we did think
Yeah.
our kids are gonna get that. We were living in a fool's paradise because
Definitely.
it's a different world altogether, man. Different
Yeah.
world, different world. But it's not like the Pembroke
Totally
didn't
different.
change, you know. As Michelle has said, Pembroke has changed. At that different place than where we
Right.
grew up, you know. So, but it's good for remember about the days, you know. Phil, you know there? Anything when you could have asked, you're on mute. I want if him go and sleep.
But yeah, man, you know what I say?
Yeah.
The one question I have for the three guests tonight, the three ladies, is when I talk about no sport in this country, none of them never play netball or anything like that.
Oh yes, we all did, didn't we?
Yeah.
We all had a
Yes,
netball team at the church.
Church.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was never a good netball player. Yeah.
Oh, Michelle was a good player, man. You were a
I
shooter.
tried.
Charmaine, you never play hockey, field hockey.
I mean, we played a little bit at Andrews for our gym days, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We were playing both at school and at church.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you have a
But
church
I didn't
team.
play at school.
Church.
Because I think Michelle, didn't you used to play netball in a Pembroke Hall?
No, at the church. At the church,
Church
level,
league.
but not
Church
at
league,
Yeah,
like
the
you know
church
the
league.
but not at
Church
like the
league.
football league, the same football league.
Oh,
as
the
like
church have a
netball
netball
league.
league.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
the football league.
Same league, the same organizers that they
Yes,
have a
exactly.
netball league and
Right.
a football
I
league.
never know
Right.
that. And I tell me something, I know. I never know that.
And the boss, so my brother did work under managed
Exactly.
Victoria.
Exactly. You exactly know what you're saying. You exactly know what you're saying there. Same one.
Wow.
Same one.
Touch me, Paul.
That's the Campbell.
Same one. Same one.
Yep.
She
My mother.
spearheaded that league, those leagues actually.
Yeah. All right. This has been wonderful. When we go around the table and ask a closing remark for everybody and then we close out the program. I'm going to start with you first, Michelle. I'm go instead of you introduce yourself last, but you go first, Michelle. And a closing remark before I close out the show.
Well, I just want to say, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little bit hesitant, but then, you know, I said, you know, it would be nice to catch up with other persons who I am not too familiar with to see, you know, and to get their perspective, you know, on what Pembroke Hall was like. And just for the Calabar persons, my younger son went to Calabar,
Of course.
He made a good choice.
But we add him to
You
the
have to
list
get
part.
one into a good school.
Calabar
Awesome
grow
kid.
more
You have to
and
get
more,
at least
yeah.
one of them into a good school.
Why you go?
By
Awesome.
somebody have poor standards, so we understand
Michelle,
that.
what's his name? I add him to the Calabar list and share it with you. Over 200 man go Calabar.
Nicholas De Paz.
Nicholas De Paz. All right, cool.
Yeah, he left in what is 90 is 2000 and I don't even remember. Oh Lord Jesus, I'm at a senior moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he left Calabar about 7 years ago or so.
And what road him live on at the time? Same place where he live now?
Same Chesterville.
Chesterville, okay, yeah man. I add him to the list, man. I'm not sure this. Over 200 man from way back in the 60s to now for Calabar. Chesterfield, all right. That's nice, Michelle. And I must say, I know you were hesitant at first, because when Charmaine I say, and I realize now, say, when you come on them podcast, I'm not a bowl of bouncer. Denise, you understand that?
No, man, a Yorker.
Yorker, right? No, yeah.
You beat your match.
Yeah, Phil, that's such a cricket star. Right. If you have a brother like Patrick, but no,
exactly.
You look up to him up in butt. Phil, him one of the first one, I see walk with a Grenick scoop. Yeah. There was a bigger man for me, and I look and I say, right, the man I can have the right back. Because I never have a good bat and be start.
And him signed up back there with linseed oil.
Yes. You know the song, after I want to buy a bat, I want to put linseed.
All right.
If you put the linseed oil on it can't make the ball far, Phil. Exactly.
That boil, they were signed that up with linseed oil.
Denise. Michelle, you didn't finish up, or you have anything else to add?
No, I guess that's it basically. You know, and it's really good to, to go back in, to see where we're coming from, and as you had said earlier, growing up here kind of set the tone for, how we are now living your life, what you pass on to your kids, and and hopefully they will pass it on to their kids, and and keep the flame going.
Yeah, man. I wish I could have taken where I grew up at Pembroke Hall and pass on to my kids, the community there, but it's not possible. I wish I could have grown up.
No, but I'm not cut your journey, Michelle. Make sure you make the future one them know, say you see it for yourself. This is just like Pembroke Hall as a community. It's nothing to fear. The podcast welcome you with open arms. No bounce on our reach, no squad. So
no bounce on no yak and no googly.
No squad. So you don't need a picture.
No scud.
Yeah.
Okay. No tears.
And you, Denise, any closing remark?
No, just to say, I never had a hesitation. I mean, if Charmaine asked me, it can't be anything out of the ordinary. So I've never hesitated on that when Charmaine asked. And the other thing is that if I hear the word Pembroke Hall, there's hardly a moment I could have said anything else. But of course, like 1970, 52 Covey Avenue, that is me. So on there, right there at 52. So. Yeah, it's just a pleasure to share these things, because around here is not a lot of people you have to share it with.
No, right.
When you get a chance to, get together with like-minded people who share those same memories, then you just have to jump at it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, really.
And the podcast I prove that Pembroke Hall memories really special to that.
Yep.
I don't see no followers that feel like try have a podcast like we, but them can't come and try. But
don't worry, man. We have the peer track for that.
Yeah. What it love, yeah.
So you have to also, the other thing is that where can we share it? Is it a channel?
No, man, I went to send the YouTube link. I went to send all on the YouTube link.
Okay, so it's a YouTube
Yeah, man, YouTube
channel?
link. Yeah. I went to send all on the link, but all on the podcast.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with some people. I was
send it to you right away.
Telling Patrick about it.
Yeah, because
he was just saying,
I've not been good
you
at...
can listen. So it's not a live one, so you have to listen to it.
It's a recorded. I remember recorded. There's
right,
no live
so that's
thing,
what I'll tell him. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I will send all channel the link. I'll put it in the not Instagram. I'm going to say Instagram. The messenger group.
Messenger.
Yeah, with all the.
And I will send it to Charmaine, and she can't send it to her, because sometimes I put a messenger. The YouTube channel, we have all of the podcasts, every one of them. From number 1 to, I think we're at 68, you know, because I've been start doing some more live podcasts now. Them not come out yet, but I think the last one to come out was last week with what's her name? Annette Blair. We said about Calvin Coppin. And that was an interesting conversation because she grew up in the 60s. She grew up like Patrick Yates group, Denise.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying to you? And if you want to be on the Pembroke Hall members chat group, just make Charmaine know and send me the number. I'm adding it to the Pembroke Hall members. Because we have a chat group.
Yeah, because they have several chat ones. Pembroke Hall Methodist Church.
Yes.
Pembroke Hall Memories. I'll just send the number there because I would love to see. I love to keep up with what is going on there.
I will send the link with Charmaine and then no can join if you don't want. It's up to you.
Okay, great.
But
Thank you.
I was sending the link now for it to the trial now to the waiting there. So you Charmaine, any closing remark before I got to Junior and Paul and Phil?
Yeah, man, this has been an amazing evening. I am so happy to have Michelle and Denise here. I'm grateful to them for agreeing to be on the podcast, and they sound exactly the same, so it's like reliving those memories, you know. And thanks to you and Phil for, you know, having this platform where we can share our memories and just kind of go back in time. So, and thanks to my brother and Paul for joining as well and just enhancing the conversation. This has been an amazing evening. And just really happy for this. And be able to share it with my son too, so he can, you know, hear a little bit about my history. Yep.
Most definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, so
and Denise and Michelle.
Yeah, so Junior, any closing remark before I close out the program,
Yeah, I just want to say, no, awesome podcast. No, you ladies definitely bring a different perspective to the podcast. And for sure, 100%, you guys have brought back some stuff to my memory. we could be here for hours, definitely talking, and we definitely need to link up the youth group together. But one of the things I just want to also say was that we were so influential at that point in time in our lives. People wanted to come into Pembroke Hall.
Yeah.
We were actually very influential.
Yeah. You're right about that, Junior. Only for outside I want to come from Pembroke. You're so right about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
I will never have Instagram nor Facebook.
No, not that.
None of that.
But how come when you were to meet at Andrew's barbecue though?
Yeah,
I will never have
And Meadowbrook Fete.
And Meadowbrook Fete.
How we knew where to meet?
Where the Pembroke Hall people are going to meet up. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? So when I think about it, we were very influential at that point in time. And you got to remember, you know, when I think about it, we were no more than 14, 15 years old.
Right,
time, you know?
Right, Junior.
Wow.
We had like a picnic at the time, and the amount of things we used to do, our parents allow us to do.
Exactly.
That's why we're so resourceful now.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Use your head.
Denise.
Use your head.
Definitely.
Use your head, man. Use your head and come back safe.
Or the PNP slang in the same this field. Turn your hand, make fashion.
Right?
Yeah. You know that, boy.
Right.
Paul,
right.
Any closing remark before I go to Phil and let me close it out?
I mean, it's said, everything has been said. I mean, the only thing is, you know, I always dream if I could get a time machine. So thank you for the time machine.
We can't just go back and go by it and listen to some podcast.
No, Jelly, no, but them no want to get old, man.
But nothing wrong with that, Phil. Me don't want to get old either.
No, Jelly, we have to give that people a chance to run the earth with them, man. And listen, make each and every day count, so you never have to ask, boy, I wish we could have go back and be 40.
Right.
No, none of that wish, man.
Go back and be 30.
And the memories
you can have great funds are headed for the twilight years.
Yeah, all right. I'm not taking it from you. I agree with you.
Yeah, man. Them time when you sit up on the veranda in a rocking chair with your gum without teeth.
You were all in there, Phil, without a doubt. We're all in there, so don't worry.
Yeah, man. This is inevitable journey. It's
Yeah, man, yeah,
inevitable.
that is
So
true.
just
That is true.
enjoy each day.
Yeah, man, that is true. That is true.
True.
So
True.
any Paul, you never have nothing else?
No.
Okay, Phil, any closing remark before we close down there?
My closing remark is for thanking these three ladies for coming through because it's been a blessing once again. And listen, it's like what Junior said, it's like what Paul said, and we say it all the while too. When you go on memory road for where Pembroke Hall is concerned, it's just nostalgic. You know, it actually enhanced the day. And this wasn't short, not in no small part short of that.
Yeah,
So
man.
I want to thank you for coming through and bless you like this.
Yeah, man.
And spread the word because we want to get bombarded with women like in our future.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So spread the word.
No, we're special. We're a special group.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but listen, it's like how you have KC and then Calabar about 3 floors down. Well, more than that. But what I'm trying to say, but welcome one. Listen, it's like me tell Michelle she not have nothing to worry about. But welcome one another.
Right.
So if you can't find a group of your caliber, we'll settle for less.
I'm good thing you live at Pembroke Hall, Phil, because trust me, yeah, Pembroke Hall level you out.
I'm not going to say
Yeah.
Roland.
Pembroke Hall raise you up.
Yeah.
You and the Calabar man them because the little KC man them what they about and JC man them.
And Julie, I know, I asked me a question one week.
What a real institution is.
It wasn't a podcast, I meet every week for talk about we have a group, Denise and Michelle and Charmaine. We call Pembroke Hall Alum Lifting Lives, and we try raise money to give back things to the school. I actually have done that. We put down line on this football field. Junior know about it, because we talk about it, and we're in the process I set up to get the eye testing chart them to give back to each classroom at the primary school and the basic school at Pembroke Hall.
Right.
So we've done lots of things, right? And our website just finish up on all them way, just to tidy up a certain way to get the technical part out. So we have done a whole heap what we're not talking about, but it's to giving back. That's the main thing why we start the thing. But it has been we have to spread the word with that to see me. And one of the week, Phil, we asked the question, Junior. We asked the question, Junior and Paul. We asked Phil, which one had more impact than him, if a Pembroke Hall or KC? And you would believe him answer.
I would.
What did he said, Denise?
I'm sure he said KC.
No, that surprised me to Denise, exactly.
Oh, because the KC old boys have a cult, right?
Yeah, but guess what?
Cult.
Look here.
But guess what now? If them live a Pembroke Hall, the cause leak out of them, man. Pembroke Hall.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that.
Listen, Pembroke Hall was priceless.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
No, and you must say to the one word there. Him shocked me today to Denise, trust me.
Right, because I know the KC old boys situation.
Yeah, man.
I'm married to one, Denise.
Them get brainwashed, Denise. Them get brainwashed.
That's why them need Pembroke Hall here, Paul and Junior. Them need Pembroke Hall. If them not Pembroke Hall, them can't understand.
No,
KC is not the be all and end all. That's what I'm going to know.
Them get brainwashed, man.
Pembroke Hall is a great community for living, but KC is not just living, it's an institution of greatness in so many ways.
The answer that shocked me today when you said that Pembroke Hall.
Wow. You see the answer that sound like every KC man have the answer there now. So you know it's a brainwashing thing I go.
Yeah, man, yeah. Pembroke Hall is too powerful for me now, Junior.
Purple real.
See, you see what I'm telling you?
So tell me something.
Not indicative.
What happened? Maybe you're ready to
No, the question is why is it that Immaculate and Andrews don't have the same rivalry that Calabar and the rest of the boys have?
Right.
Because listen, what you don't understand, those schools are schools that in your time, probably I don't know about now, but and before, ladies. A lady is gonna be a lady, but you know men gonna be men.
No, let me answer that
It's a lady.
Jelly, you can't say
no, I'm answer we go quit school. Listen, that means we can't talk on both sides. Stop it.
Okay.
Let me give the answer, Denise. Let me give the answer for that.
Give it to me.
And we can't deal the two of them, we get the experience from the two sides.
Right.
And think about this, I'll put it that way to you if you understand. where man is a competitive, far more competitive than women.
Nature by nature.
Yeah, man, by nature. And that's a given. So man, I got just, I don't even want to say more violent, but in a sense, most of the violent crime coming in the world are by men. Aggressive. So whereas a man, the competitive spirit, I that drive and motivate him, Denise. So a woman is a different thing completely. You see what I said?
Right.
So it's hard for a woman to understand, you know, how a man think. Because I'm so competitive, because you understand, you know, other women, you not forget they go look nothing, you know. Man come to uno.
I see. I
so
see.
Man, I'm competitive nature. If I forgot, they go seek the fire. If I forgot, look.
I see. Because I've never seen Charmaine or Michelle in the light of that they went and it doesn't even compute to me like it's a thing.
No, women
right?
Women don't compete that way. Women don't compete that way.
Yeah.
But man, that feel right in a sense, like women behave different. Them nature different.
Right.
Different. So men far more
Not
competitive.
right in a sense, Jelly. I am right, but don't worry.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I don't want you.
I give you the floor.
I don't want KC man right at the end. I can't allow that in Junior or Paul. I have to upset him. I can't give him the floor. So.
But you can't do that, Lance. You can only feel like you do it because you've been supported by mentalities of your kind.
All right. I remember close out the program here because we go on for hours with this.
Lance, a 3 hour with the
yeah, man, I know that I look at Junior.
Exactly.
Anyway, ladies.
And at the end of the day, Lance, numbers don't lie.
As far as the level of intellect lied amongst men in Pembroke Hall.
Yeah.
Don't leave out that part of
the
statement.
And the competition continued, Denise. Here it nasty.
Exactly. It's never ending.
Never ending at all.
Lance, do your job as the
moderator.
as the
I'm close out the program, Paul. Let me close it out.
Yes.
Yeah,
ladies,
he's trying to salvage.
Let me close it out. So, Charmaine Rodriquez, and I know Charmaine Gillespie.
Yes.
Michelle Spaulding and Denise Mitchell. I hope Denise Garden or Mitchell?
Garden.
Yes, sorry.
As far as I can remember.
Denise Garden. Sorry, I don't know why I'm Mitchell. You said Denise Garden. Sorry. And it's Patrick Wang, younger sister, who I know good enough. I don't think he might remember me. I'm a bigger man for me, but I know him bigger.
No, I'm not gonna remember, man, because I think Plummy has been telling him this whole story over time.
Yeah. But me, I say I'm much younger than them, so I never moved after them.
Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't know Plummy good because I'm younger brother Lancelot, and you never know Gary or Gary. Patrick didn't know Gary, and them leave and start live up on the hills after when when Lancelot started Calabar. Lancelot and I went to Pembroke Hall primary along with Avil together, Palmer.
Okay.
From first to 5th grade, we passed common entrance at the same time. The 12 went to Calabar. Lancelot went to Calabar. Lancelot no longer with us. He passed about 10 years ago. Rest in peace.
Oh.
You know, so yeah, man. So Plummy know me through that from Lancelot days and the color and the link with Avil and all them things. So and then I refamiliarized myself back with him. And the two I live in Orlando, so I've seen him a couple of times. So yeah, but I don't know if Patrick can remember me. Plummy might can try to familiarize who me is and let me know me through the podcast, you know. But I'm glad to finally forget because Plummy want to encourage Patrick to come on, but you definitely got to tell him today. It's a Lance Snowball, no Yorker, no Bouncer, no Google tree.
It's a stroll on Elsha Beach.
Same way, right, exactly. I can't roll my hand over now for ball, nothing to nobody. I play a roller pole in my ball and I go up on Pembroke where I play some cricket. So, but anyway, ladies, Charmaine Rodriquez, Michelle Spaulding, and Denise Garden, it has been a real pleasure that 3 ladies come out tonight. And as Phil said, we always want the ladies them come out. But it come back to the question where you ask Denise, ladies try with the things are men. Men never take chance more than women, you know. So that's the reason why it's not that we don't want the ladies them come, but the ladies them not so brave to come like the man them.
No, them selective.
Right. And rightly so.
That is
rightly so.
That is it. Selective.
But you don't have to be, you know, you have to be. Because that's how life is. If you never selective, you're not going to survive. It's a DNA thing, it's a survival thing. Women in a more danger than men worldwide. Anyway, from the time immemorial, from women come off of the Serengeti, and we are human. Women are going to need somebody to protect them. Despite the fact that they're more at risk. Women feel unsafe more than men. That's a given. A man now will understand who one safe a woman is until him live with a woman and understand. And here, I must say, when I worry about, women always feel unsafe no matter where them go. That's a given. That's a given. So, but anyway, it has been a pleasure. I'm going to just go around the table. So, Michelle Spaulding, Charmaine Rodriquez, Denise, Garden. This has been a real pleasure. And I thank my co-host for coming tonight. Philip, Enne, Paul, Enne, my younger brother, and Junior Gillespie, Fitzroy Gillespie. It has been a blast. This is one for the ages. And God bless all the way. And God bless that great community of Pembroke Hall where we can have them conversation here. 50 years on. And I never know Mosano, I never know Michelle, I never know Denise, Paul and Charmaine and Juna. But this has been a conversation for the ages because we talk for 3 hours like we know one another.
I know.
For the longest while. Like we never skip a beat.
Yes.
It's been a real pleasure. God bless the whole away. God bless that great community of Pembroke Hall.
And back at you.
And have a good night out. Yeah, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, man.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
See you guys.
Yes, good night, ladies.
Oh, yeah, bless up.
Have a blessed week.
Bless up.
Yeah, man.
All right. Lance, Phil.
Yeah, man, brother.
Yeah, man. What up? Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Pembroke Hall Members Podcast. And remember to give us all the support you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. A special thanks to my production manager, Cameron Wright, who takes care of everything in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, I would not be able to do what I love doing, having memorable conversations with Pembroke Hall members. Thank you. So, remember to like, share, and subscribe these Pembroke Hall members' conversations so neither you nor your friend can miss another episode. Thanks. So, we're looking forward for the whole of Pembroke Hall members. So, email us at pembrokehallmembers@gmail.com and contact us and join the conversation. Come share your own Pembroke Hall members. Thank you. The views expressed by guests on this podcast are their own, and their appearances on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. While we will not add statements made by a guest, we reserve the right to exclude statements or remarks that might be considered inflammatory. Thank you.